Dude, what's the worst thing that'll happen? I'll have to delete the VOD.
Worst. I don't. Well, it's not probably not the worst thing that ever happened, but like, I just need to make sure I don't say retard.
We're already going. What are you doing?
Oh shit!
You fucking idiot. Why would? Oh my god.
Yo,
Dude,
you see what I mean? Like
15 seconds in, dude. That's a good one right there.
Oh my! I didn't even realize you clicked the button, bro. I swear to God, bro. I thought.
Just don't go back in the stream, and
No
it'll
one go
be
back
fine.
in the stream. Oh my God.
That was a good one. Did it pick it up?
Well, it probably. There's a great chance it probably did.
Oh, did it now?
Let me open up Dasher podcast.
So, I'm gonna channel my inner secret way GD for this one, and I have the main scene here, but I am so lazy that we're gonna do it this way, and there's not anything anyone can say about it either. So if you complain about it, we're killing you, basically.
Oh, word.
It's also me and Zoink right now. We're gonna add more people at some point through the episode.
This channel died, bruh.
A little bit, but you know what? I'd prefer that over filler episodes. You know.
That's true.
I much prefer that because I feel like it's a little more worthwhile like that.
The thing is, I don't know. I feel like you should have something in the title that's like round. Like I don't know. I feel like just having me like again. It's just kind of funny.
I mean, well, that's just the format, you know.
Oh word. Oh word.
I mean, well, I'm not trying to milk the fact that you're here. I'm not going to be like Zoink returns. Nobody fucking people can read. I don't have to do that.
You sure?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I'm going to change it real quick.
Only 1 10 out of 10 in this spot.
Dude, how much have you
Zoink part
evolved
2.
since like the 2 years that you were on the first time?
Oh my God! Wait, let me actually check. Like what? When?
All right, I'll be a little professional. Fine.
It's actually almost next week. Next week, well,
Come on,
Wait,
you can do it.
12 days from now, it'll be 2 years.
Really?
Since the last time I was on here, yeah.
Has it actually been that long?
Yes,
dude.
bro.
I felt like shit earlier. I was like, I don't know if we can do this. I felt so terrible earlier, and it's because of my diet, and it's also just so hot where I live.
Felt bad.
Still.
Nah.
You know what? You're a fucking fuzzy. You know what? We're done. Okay. I'm done with you. We know. Everyone knows. We know what you are.
Okay. Word. I'm literally just eating my pasta in peace.
What kind of pasta?
Shrimp Alfredo.
Shrimp Alfredo. That's some good shit. I have organic mini cheese crackers from Trader Joe's, and I feel like fucking lard. So that's how it is for me, dude.
I'll still be big and round.
Okay. What's wrong with you? Ew.
I'm sorry.
Who should we get in?
Anyways, 2 years, huh? I don't know. Bro, I wish we could get the OG crew, bro.
I don't know where Nico is. Maybe we could do that. Get the fuck up. Let's see.
I love the idea of
Nico and Finn and me.
Bro, I low-key haven't looked at this channel ever since I went on it.
I mean, it's been on and off, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I've been feeling very philosophical. As of recent.
This means these questions are gonna be crazy.
Well, I don't even know if they're gonna relate to GD. I just want to see where so the way this conversation's gonna go is like, I think we boarded a ship, like a vessel. This is our own little vocal vessel that we've boarded here, and there's no captain. Like, maybe people might think I'm the captain. That's not true. I'm actually a passenger on the ship for the experience.
I'm gonna ask
and
an AI
nobody's steering this. So wherever it goes, whatever gets brought up, whatever we talk about, it does. I don't know. I don't know where it's gonna go. That's the joy. That's the joy of like having a boat that isn't steered by anybody. There's no captain.
The idea that it could crash really fast, or you go to land.
We already hit the iceberg 10 seconds in.
I just I I need to understand that if there's a boat that has no steering, you either crash immediately or you find new land that's been unexplored.
Well, you still have an anchor, and like you still.
Nope.
I don't know if boats have brakes.
Nope. Sorry.
What did you go to boarding school? What do you know about insulator rings?
I don't know a single thing about a
Infiltration
boat.
systems. You don't know anything about a boat?
Yeah, why would I? I don't care about boats.
Name 5 boats.
Bro. Okay, the Mayfield.
Okay.
Fuck. Squid Game. The Squid Game boat. Squid Game boat.
Sure, I'll count it. 2.
The ferry that I took to go see the 9/11 memorial in New York.
Sure.
One Piece.
Nope,
Captain
doesn't
boat.
count.
Nope, it does.
Fictional.
Nope, yep.
Doesn't count.
Fictional? Yeah, you gotta die. Okay.
I just clocked your fuzzy T. Come on. 3?
Wait, I'm thinking, bro. Boats. I'm not trying to search anything up. I'm not a dirty cheater. Oh, Titanic.
There we go. 4. That was a real thing.
I forgot that one happened. And then
Titanic has a sister ship. I don't think you'll be able to name it.
I do not care about that. Oh my god, nothing happened. And then that's not
how
a boat,
insensitive to the victims of the Titanic. What if they see this?
It wasn't the sister ship lived.
No, it didn't.
Did it?
Wait,
what? Wait, what?
It also sunk. I
Titanic
forgot how
lore.
that one sunk. That one sunk in like way shallower water.
I don't know anything about sister ship. Anyways, and
You're
then
4
one
out of
more.
5, by the way.
Yeah, an aircraft carrier.
You can't. That's just a type of boat.
Well, yeah, bruh. Stupid. Okay, I'm thinking really hard here. I literally can't think of a 5th boat because I don't know any names.
Come on.
Because I've seen boats in my head.
One boat.
But
Come on.
one boat. I've already.
You're still in
4,
school.
bro.
You should be learning about like the Spanish Armada and shit.
No. Brother, what are you? What is the Spanish Armada, bro?
No, it's Armada.
What are the D-Day boats? I forgot what they took. I don't know what they're named.
I don't know either.
Okay. No. Wait. What counts? Wait. I'm trying to think. What counts as a boat now? Because I can say kayak.
Kayaks are boats. Actually,
Bang,
well,
done.
yeah. I mean, I guess they are, right?
Yeah. Bang. Done. GG's.
I'm still waiting, by the way. We're not going to get
What?
past this.
Waiting on what?
And don't let the chat help you. You're still 4 out of 5.
No, I just said a kayak.
Okay, that's fair. So I'll tell you.
Yep.
The,
Yep. I don't.
The Titanic's sister ship, I think, was the Olympic, right?
Okay. No,
And,
not
that
right. I
shit
don't know
sunk.
anything.
Are you sure?
Literally, how?
We're gonna get Oni Link. Oh my god.
At this
dude.
point, it's just get every single person and interview everyone. Have a whole ass podcast.
That'd be a funny like April Fool's one. Get like
Before
100
you get
people in here.
10.
I wouldn't have to do anything. Maybe I might have to like moderate it a little bit. Because that's a lot of noise. It's a lot of like...
Oh yeah, but that's like the entire point.
Yeah, but it's like thoughtful noise, you know? It's not just like words, you know?
Word.
You're getting killed after this.
Oh.
We're
say this on
sending
stream?
something over to your house.
What did I do to you?
What?
What did I even do to you?
Dude, have you seen what you are?
That doesn't do anything to you.
Yeah, okay. This is going nowhere.
I know. This is
I'm surprised you weren't in that call the other day when Oni Link got brought up. I probably shouldn't say that on here,
No, it's
but
okay.
it's chill. Maybe we
chill
should get him on to
vibes.
have him like defend himself, but
This ain't
that
no
was
Among
just
Us.
such
Like,
a
what?
weird. What do you think about that? I don't even know if you saw when that happened.
I literally didn't. I didn't see
Yeah,
a
you didn't
single
even
thing.
see it. Like, it was. I'll pull it up in a second, so I'm not misconstruing the words. But you know who was misconstruing words? Oni Link,
All
with
I
what he
know
was saying.
All I know
Some-
is the
yeah.
one like screenshot where he was like, "I consider myself one of the best block designers in the game." It's like the only
Honestly,
screenshot
I don't even
know.
think there's anything wrong with that sentiment because it's clearly opinionated. Like, yeah, it's like very egotistical to say something like that, but like if if it wasn't for everything else and the other things that he was acting upon, that wouldn't even be that much of an issue.
I see.
Somebody, I will pull it up right now, so I don't sound like I'm just talking out of my ass. Hold on. Somebody was just talking about on Twitter. Okay, I have it up now.
No.
It was a thread where someone named Casey said, OniLink is the prime example as to why someone shouldn't get famous early onto the process of learning how to get better at the editor, because he's stuck doing the same thing and making the same errors as he did with Tidal Wave. Which is to be argued. He's stuck being comfortable doing the same formula since people won't tell him where he has to do changes to make the deco higher quality, and I don't blame him for keeping the same cycle since there's people who are fans of it. I think a lot of you misunderstood my point as you're just hating, you don't like anything, when in reality my issues have been brewing for a bit longer. And then OniLink quoted this, and he said, why do you guys want to be implicated this much into my creation? I just show what I create, and it happens that some people like it, that's it. You wish someone wasn't famous because they don't decorate like you, ? Holy shit. What are you talking about?
Dude, okay. The thing about it is, like, the first part, like, it makes sense, because, like, I think if that's, like, the style, and that's basically his style, so... Sure, there are some like inconsistencies sometimes.
I don't get what he's talking about. Like, that's not even what that guy said. All that guy was trying to say was like, OniLink is just a really good example of what happens when you're in a certain phase in your creating prowess, and then you blow up, and then you get known for this specific style and way you created, and then you naturally lean towards that. And while you're more creative in that channel of style, you might be inclined to be trapped in that. That's pretty much what he's saying. And then OniLink is like, it's just it's what I'm building. Like, you don't like me because I'm famous. Like, what? What are you talking about?
I think the other thing about it is like OniLink. I remember like a bit ago, he was talking about like when he uploaded something on Twitter that was like some deco progress, and he was specifically saying that like he just kind of ignores people who give constructive criticism because like, dude, it's his style, bro. He doesn't need to
that's
change
fair. Like, as long as you don't have to take every bit of critique you get, it's fair to just completely ignore criticism. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. But like, he needs to at least understand what criticism is in the art form of GD and editing and creating, and why people are giving him feedback to begin with. Because he's not a bad creator. He's not even a bad person. It's just like, dude, you gotta understand that like people just want to see you improve. Like, there's a lot of trolls and a lot of annoying people, but like, I think ultimately a lot of people just kind of see it as an unfortunate set of events. And it's not the fact that he blew up. It's that because he blew up, now people think that he's stuck in this specific style when people feel like he has a lot of potential and could be way more broad with his creating ability. Literally. That's the whole point.
So
and I just thought it was really funny. I just thought it was really funny when OniLink got like really defensive over that for what I thought was like almost no reason. Like, he's allowed to have whatever opinions he wants. He's allowed to be a dick. He's whatever. Doesn't matter. But just because you're building for fun and you're building whatever doesn't mean criticism can't apply and doesn't exist, you know?
What was that?
That was audio on one of his tweets. I was looking at some block design. It was this.
That's block design in that with that audio?
I'll show you. Some jelly. Like, he's a cool creator. I just don't... I don't understand where that like mental sentiment comes from. I guess a lot of it's also like what that tweet was talking about, where it's like he blew up that hard making a level, and now there's so much noise, and it probably gets to everyone eventually. But for him, it's probably just like, shut up! I don't care. Don't care. Don't care.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing that like I've noticed, like I don't even know if this is like true at all, but I feel like after Tidal Wave, he kind of changed the way he decorated, and now decorates purely off screenshots and not like how it'll flow. Interesting. I mean, I mean, if you look on
Oh,
Twitter,
is that why he
he's,
like tweets screenshots of his style? And like
yeah,
whatever.
because like obviously he's doing block design, but I feel like since he's focused so hard on like specific block design, he's not thinking about how it actually flows in the level itself.
Like when it's panning past everything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see exactly what you mean. Like he'll show everything in motion and like not pulses, but stuff like that. But the camera won't move, and it looks good. His style works the best as of recent when the level's not moving. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like
that's exactly
the one thing he took from Tidal Wave is that like after Tidal Wave came out, a lot of people took screenshots and were like, dude, this looks so ugly, dude. When Tidal Wave looks better when it's like in motion, and then he like kind of took that to heart and was like, okay, yeah.
He builds like interesting stuff. It's such a interesting style.
I mean, I would say it's very unique.
I definitely lean more towards the opinion that it's like a very over-evolved thing. And it's very reminiscent of core. But it has elements to it that doesn't remind me of traditional core, where it's just like it's kind of weird. To be honest, I think, like, it's kind of weird.
He got a niche style, but like also that can be a good thing.
I don't understand what made him so like full of himself at times. Now it could just be like a one stop moment where like maybe he just looks kind of bad, but I don't know.
I feel like I don't remember the last time he was like in quotations egotistical. Like last time I remember was like high key last year.
I'd love to talk to him about it.
Dude, we should just add him, bro.
Maybe I'll think about that. That'll be on the back burner. I'm honestly, now that I like look at his other stuff too, I'm curious to see where his style is going to go at the end of the day.
Yeah, because I feel like, I mean, it looks like he still has like passion. Especially, It was kind of crazy. I forgot what he had a level that like got it's Tsunami, bro. He like his entire gameplay and like bit about this decoration.
He lost it?
Corrupted. Yeah, but then he built it all back and he's like still working.
That's
like,
I don't even know how people find that kind of motivation.
Yeah, but like he has crazy passion. So I think I could see him. I obviously you can always improve. I feel like there's something. I don't know where it'll go, but I'm actually very curious.
There were definitely people on the. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that like he has a few levels that I feel like should be rated, like Gale Force and the other 9 circles. Well, not really 9 circles. The wave level. I forgot the name of it. But like he has like rate-worthy levels. I just feel like they don't get pushed out as much as obviously Tidal Wave because oh my god, top 1! Oh my god.
Yeah. What was I? Oh yeah. I definitely remember seeing a lot of that on the playing side too, as like we talked about before.
Yeah.
Like I don't know like who or how many now have large egos in the playing space, but I remember when I was playing, there were some people, and like not all of them were bad people. Like Hotball was funny, to be honest, and he actually kind of was that good. So like no one could really say anything. Like he just was that good.
Yeah. From like what I saw, obviously like I wasn't in the community for like, but whenever I like look back, it seems like Hotball from my like whatever I saw, right? He had a big ego, but he could prove it. Like he wasn't talking.
He beat Erebus in like days in 2018.
Yeah, he was low-key a demon.
And he was just like, it's all right. I don't know. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, and then he went to Fortnite and he's a demon.
Then casually goes to Fortnite. It's like, yeah, I did that. I mean, it wasn't, whatever. Yeah. And now I have like $100,000 or whatever, so it's chill, whatever.
Yeah, and then he went to Scissors Death Run, got like 20 million views on a quick little speed run. Yeah, I guess I got 100K.
I mean, whatever, like whatever. It's so interesting, like that's like the Nexus mentality, like the way I see it, because it's like they don't give a fuck about anything. Like Hotball's channel is just like a time capsule. He doesn't upload. He doesn't do anything on it. I don't even know what he does. I'm guessing he plays like Wizard 101 or something. I don't know.
Has he even uploaded anything in like years?
He's just like, all right, bye. Like,
dude,
what?
I actually really wonder like how much he makes off this channel like every month, because like it's probably still like a decent number. especially with the
I
system
bet it's
test run. How one of
over
them has like
100.
28 mil. You think? Yeah, I mean maybe
Over
especially
100 a
from
month.
like,
Well, because like that's the minimum, right, to get paid.
yeah, you make a point. I mean, I'd assume he still gets like. I mean, especially because like there's a lot of people that probably look back on all this and it still gets recommended every now and then. I feel like.
I wonder how long it's gonna be until his GD videos start getting recommended. Like the Bloodlust, he beat it as the weekly.
Oh my
I remember
god,
that.
that's like I've heard about that. Like I wasn't even there, bro.
How many attempts was it? Bloodlust would get
Bro,
28.
it was. Bro, yeah, no, the bloodlust. It wasn't bloodbath. It was lust.
That's when he was like
yeah,
top
like
3, wasn't it? Like top 2.
dude, that's when he was like. Bro, that was like the moment when it was like, yeah, this guy's good.
I talked to him. I talked to him about it. Do you remember his Erebus description?
I'll be honest, I don't.
Where
really
he
know
was
much
like,
about
I forgot exactly what it was, but it was like, this shouldn't be mainlist IMO because it's short and easy XD anyway. This was kind of fun. It was something like that. And I talked to him about it at some point months ago, and I forget what he told me. He was like, I'm gonna pull it up. It's really funny. I was like, no, you removed it. Why? And he said like he was like, I don't know. People just kind of made a big deal out of it. I don't know, GD community, you know. Oh my god, that is the aura status, dude.
That's funny.
That is just. Could you imagine if you did that? Just unlist tidal wave or something, and people ask you like, I don't know, there's just too much noise. You know, the community.
It's like people, yeah, like once Tidal Wave gets moved out of the top 10, I just fucking unlist it. Be like, everyone.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. People
care.
don't really care about it anymore. I don't know.
No one really
like,
cares anymore. I'll just unlist it. Like once Akron falls out of the top 25, I'll just unlist it. Like God, no one even talk. Like who cares about that level anymore?
And then I'll put it on a playlist, but unlist that playlist, and then enough people bring it up, and then I'm gonna act annoyed and be like, "Oh, since people keep asking, here's the unlisted playlist with all the videos."
Yeah,
dude, I love when people do that, and especially in the GD community, when like somebody unlists something or privates something, then people ask them about it, and then they get mad that people are asking about it, and then are like, here it is, because people won't show. Like,
but like it's kind of funny because like that's low-key happened with
It is
hackers
funny.
and shit.
It is kind of funny.
They upload stuff and they
purpose.
remove it.
There's some people that can get away with that because they're just kind of a troll. Some people just kind of have that inkling.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
can't
I don't know.
think of anyone though.
No.
You know who I did think of the other day? And I feel kind of bad
the
for.
other day?
I hope he sees this at some point. I'd love to talk to him. But Wolves is definitely like so bored of the game.
Oh my god.
And I feel
Wolves,
kind of bad because like the reason I feel bad is he uploads extremes still. And there was one that he uploaded and I commented on. It was like a day ago. I think I said like, are you bored of the game at this point? And he was just like, yeah. Or extreme, whatever I said. Bored of extremes or bored of the game. And he just keeps beating extremes. So I wonder if he feels like he just has to. Or if like he's just bored of everything else and this is the only thing that like, I don't know.
Unless it's like, he's like hype addicted to the point where it's like he knows he doesn't really want to do it, but he's just addicted to it.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like that.
Yeah. Because like he's been beating extremes for consistently.
He beats a lot of them too.
Yeah.
I wonder if you'll
like,
ever reach that eventually.
I don't know. Maybe I don't. It's just like the thing is that Wolf's like his time was like what 5 years ago. 4?
Yeah, like pandemic times.
Like for me, because I'd say I'm still like basically. I don't know if I'd say
if you keep drinking water, you'll stay in your prime.
Bro. Bro, no. Low
You want to tell the class about that, by the way?
Oh, should I tell the water story?
No, just like the fact, like why I'm bringing that up.
Okay, so I've already told a lot of people about this, but I told Blue and like a few others in this other group chat, and I didn't realize that I knew I was being a little unhealthy, but I didn't realize to the extent. But oh, dude, low key, I could talk about it. Actually, have I drank enough water today? Low key, not really.
Do you have water on your desk?
I have a protein shake on me, which is there's water in it, close enough. It's healthy-ish, but
we're getting gains.
There was these streaks of weeks where I would like have like maybe 20 ounces of water a day.
Oh my god!
And the thing is, like, sure, I like that's like just purely water. Like, sure, I get some liquids from like other drinks, like fucking unhealthy stuff and food,
Yeah,
but
whatever.
you know,
Yeah.
purposefully drinking H2O, I was not doing any of that. And still recently, I still struggle with it. I mean, today I didn't have water until after my stream, which was 4 p.m.
Wait, how long did you stream?
Oh, I streamed like 2.5 hours. I streamed from 1.
Dude, how
to,
do you
like,
not like? I mean, you're like 17. You can get away
yeah,
with
but
this
like
right now.
no, but the thing is, no, but okay. So I need to understand that I also had like half an energy drink beforehand, which
Okay.
should make me more dehydrated in quotations.
I mean, it's a
but,
piss magnet.
Yeah, but
If
like
anything.
high key, I mean, I just don't drink enough water, and I think it's a handicap to the game itself because like there was this time where I did drink enough water, and I felt like my ship was going perfectly where I wanted it to, and the icon was moving. And I was like, wait a second.
Wait, I'm being more cognitive.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a second.
My
Well,
neurons
like,
are firing better.
The issue is I just don't have that habit to drink water, and I like every time I do have a water bottle, dude, I just don't sip out of it, bro. I forget that it's on my desk when it's literally like 2
That
feet away
seems
from it.
like the opposite of a blessing in disguise, where it's like that makes it sound like you're just so focused on the game, and like you just get tunnel vision, and you're like, what? You look away from your monitor for a second, you're like, oh yeah, this is real.
Yeah.
Might be why you're so good at the game.
That might be spot on. I do focus a lot. Like whenever I play the game, I never really like take my like focus off unless I take like a small sip of anything. But like most of the time, I'm just like die locked on. Like bro, this is the do or die moment. But like high key today, I was playing with instant replay on, and I realized like 2 seconds before we started this, and I started getting angry.
Dude, Shadowplay is fucking awful now. I don't know what they've done to it. It sucks. Like, am I the only one? It's so bad. It just turns itself off all the time. It changes the audio inputs and outputs of itself all the time by itself. It never fucking works. Half the time when I do clip something, it's corrupted. Like, I'm done with,
with it. Yesterday night, this is the reason why I had Shadowplay on. Yesterday night, I turned it on for Among Us because I was like, just in case I want to clip something, right? Something happens. But the issue was I kept it on for GD, and I beat this like random challenge my friend gave me, and I clipped it, and it was like the first time, and I genuinely think
Let me
years
guess. Was it one frame of your desktop or something?
No, it worked. No? That's the craziest part.
Oh, it worked. What?
Yeah. It's the first time it's dead-ass worked for me ever.
Ever? Dude, I remember in like 2016 when it worked.
Yeah, but I'm saying like back in 2016, I didn't even have a computer. That was 9 years ago, bro.
Well, yeah,
almost
you were like
10. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
2016.
Wait, 2016 was 9 years ago?
It's about to be 10 years ago.
Oh god. Shit. I switched but I did switch to OBS replay buffer for clipping stuff because like another thing Shadowplay loves to do, and I know why it's like this. Like I'm not one of those people that complains about something and doesn't know why. It's more for comedic effect, but it's like you open Amazon and it's like it just gets scared and turns itself off because it's like an anti-piracy measure. I don't know how many people are using Shadowplay to record like Prime Video movies. I don't think anyone's doing that, to be honest. Like, if you're going to pirate something, find the movie and just pirate that as a joke. But like,
yeah, like
no one's
as a joke.
There's some regulatory thing in place that has just tainted Shadowplay. Like, it's just, what the fuck? It's so bad. I mean, it's also the NVIDIA app being introduced when GeForce Experience was fine and did exactly what it was supposed to do for years. And then they're like, we're unveiling this brand new thing. It's
like, oh my god, it's GeForce Experience with a new UI and it's more buggy. I mean, it's perfect.
Zobros' comeback stream was awesome. He's nice.
Dude,
he's very
saw that
old.
a little bit.
But he's a cool guy.
No, I saw it. I didn't like click on the stream high key. I just like saw it, and I saw people on Twitter talk about it.
I beat all the levels on Gravosphere, which is that game that he co-created with I should know his name, and I don't.
Oh yeah, he's a game dev kind of.
Yeah, he's cool. We'll see if he
He's a
comes
chiller.
on at some point. I don't know.
He's a big chiller. I wonder what sparked him to come back. I'm actually wondering.
I don't know. So I don't think, like, as far as like the internet is concerned, he was never really gone. He was, if you knew where to look, and if you like knew where to go, he's not hard to find, to be honest. But I think as far as GD is concerned, I could just ask, but I'm gonna guess. I'm guessing it just got to a point where like anyone who quits the game for long enough goes, where like it's kind of in your mind, especially when you're someone like him, where you have like a lot of credit from the game. I'm guessing it just got to a point where he just got kind of bored, got kind of curious maybe, and just maybe like touched the game again. I'm guessing it was that.
Yeah, or he saw something on Twitter. It was like, oh, GD. Huh.
I mean, I don't know.
remember
He's probably extremely busy, you know?
Oh yeah, I can
'Cause,
only
like,
imagine what he's doing. nowadays.
Like 7 years ago, he was like, all right, guys, I'm going to start coming back. I'm going to stream some Super Monkey Ball. And he did for a while, and then he just stopped. So I don't know. Who knows what he's
How
up
old
to?
is he? How old is Sobros?
He's one of the older people in the community. He's not like
so,
Howdy
like,
or EVW, but
Well, like 29-ish?
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I could just look it up
don't know.
actually. Hold on. I'm guessing
yeah.
he's 28. That's my guess, but I can double check. He's 27.
Right, 29.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Unless the GD Wiki's wrong.
Yeah.
Howdy
Would've
is
been
I think he's in his 40s. I don't want to just say that. Take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, everyone do their own research as well.
I'll look it up. Let's see. He is, if it says it, it's probably not like easily available information.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah, I
what
don't
I
know.
want to talk about is Nexus, bro.
Dude, he
Bro,
is.
Nexus.
Do you know how funny it would be to have him on here?
Dude,
That would be
it's just
so
like-
funny. I think I know why he won't. I think he likes being mysterious. And I don't blame him at all for that. I think he likes being up in the clouds, you know, above the thunder. You know?
Yeah, just like
That-
he's like
and you
mysterious
know what?
aura. But
Respect.
like recently, he's been trying to meta grind so that he gets more views. It's like, what are we doing, bro?
Oh, I'm sure he wants a car or something.
Bro, he has more of the money than just a guy buy a car. I'll be honest. Oh
Well,
my
I mean,
God.
well, we don't know. What if he's being blackmailed by the people from Audiovisual's Dream that he had?
word?
That I'm not explaining now, and I'm referencing last episode. If you know, you know.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's okay.
What if those
I
people
mean-
are blackmailing him and he has to give money?
I mean,
That'd be
I
so
guess.
funny. Like, imagine if you were in the know and something like that, and you just see him start hyper uploading, and you're like, wow, they must want a lot of money.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's like the thing about Nexus is he used to just like upload completions,
Yeah.
and now he just does. Like, I remember like the first time he like did a showcase, everyone was like, "Oh my God, no way!" Like, but then that's all he does now.
Dude, I don't blame him. I've been saying this for a long time. I was like, dude, I wouldn't even blame him, and it would be funny, and it would be smart if he was just botting stuff. Cause like think
Well, I
about
think
it, dude. He
just
uploads
save
so
time,
much
I think.
shit. I feel like if anything, he'd probably have the mindset of like, dude, I don't have the time to like beat all these insane demons, and like I don't even care about half of them.
I bet it's hard to tell if he even cares about the game anymore. He's just like, this is
Oh,
my
I'm sure he
easy
does.
like passive. He's like, oh, this is my passive income. Let me just pop out a bot.
I mean, who knows though? I guarantee he has this shit on lockdown though. Like, cause anyone who bought stuff knows that you can if you really sat down and grinded for like 3 hours, you could get like maybe like 12 videos out. And that's like only a couple hours, you know? And it is even, and you can get, that's not even counting like easier shit either.
The ROI
So I
on
bet
botting
Nexus-
is crazy.
I bet Nexus like takes a couple hours out of each day or like every couple days, and then he's good for a while, you know? He has to keep up with the topical stuff, you know? Like if something tragic happens or if like something huge is announced and he has a bunch of stuff scheduled, he's just going to look out of touch. But other than that, it's chill. And he's a
Yeah,
mod,
I just
so
like-
you know, he's officially
it's just like-
represented.
Yeah, it's just like kind of like it's just I don't know. It's like seeing him transition from it all. Like it's like meh. I don't know what to think about it because it's just yeah, showcaser. Like obviously get the bag, but also I'm just like I feel like he puts like obviously he does putting less effort into it. I feel like way less, like to the point where he's not even like crediting the people.
Yeah, I've seen stuff about that. You know what I think?
Or
it is,
he's
though?
trying to put Voxy Cat into the thumbnail every time.
You know what my theory is? I think,
What's it?
and I'd love for him to be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think what's happening is that I think he uploads so much stuff that he genuinely forgets half the time. And I'm not like trying to make the connection that like just because I have done this before, it must mean that. No. What I used to do a lot of showcases, like before it was very, very mainstream, and I would do so many of them, and sometimes I would forget stuff, and like, but I don't know, who knows?
Yeah. I don't know. Showcasing is such like a
Not
it's like
crediting
really
people
weird.
is like, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like the fact that it's just like that's just way more popular than actually like the people who like play the game, which like it makes sense. It's really easy to just see a showcase of a level, and bang, done. Okay.
I'd love to hear him talk about it, but
Yeah.
he's a very mysterious Somali pirate. He's off the coast of
I know,
Somalia
bro.
right now. I would have no idea. He could be
acts
on a
like Harvey.
rack. He could be on like a wooden raft, like off the coast of the Pacific. You know, like Castaway
but he
style,
has,
and we would
yeah,
have
but
no
he has
idea.
satellite Wi-Fi. He has satellite Wi-Fi.
Yeah, he's got
to upload
Starlink
videos.
on the raft.
Wait, and he just lives his best life over there. He's got like,
Has anyone ever beaten something on like a wooden raft in the middle of the ocean?
bro. I mean, GD's an offline game, and you can download
The first stranded completion.
Oh my god, there's got to be a level called Stranded that you can strand yourself and then beat it.
Stranded
Right.
deep and it's 15 hours long.
Dude.
New
I mean,
booking
shit, bro.
pro is
If
gone.
you in the ocean like that, I mean,
I mean,
probably
there's
chill.
some people that are like, I don't know. I wonder what the hardest demon on like those tiny islands are, like the Solomon Islands, Fiji.
I don't like the thing about GD is like sure it's popular, but like you know when you say hardest demons like them down there, it's probably not even a demon. To be honest.
It's probably like Theory of Everything too.
Yeah. Or like fucking I Spy My Little Eye, which is a demon, but like bro.
I think the worst thing ever is the fact that his showcase of Flamewell he posted as soon as it got verified has more views than the literal Jesus, I can't talk. The literal verification that took over 2 years. That's true. And I do think that's like a bit shitty. At the same time though, I think when the level is officially out, it's like it's honestly fair game. And like of course Nexus isn't of course he's not gonna make a video on it, you know?
I think no matter what he uploads a video, he'll get more views because it's just like that's just how the game is now.
And I'm gonna be totally real. I've told him this too. I actually respect how much he doesn't give a fuck sometimes. Not in a destructive way, but in just a way that's just kind of funny. Not in a way that
Here's
harms
the thing,
anything.
though. I swear, whenever he does something like that, where like he uploads the flame wall thing, people talk about it. Any attention is good attention for Nexus. That just means more people are gonna watch it. This is what's happening.
I mean, there are net positives that you have to think about and not ignore about it. You know.
Yeah, but does he really care about that? Not
I don't know. Maybe I can ask him right now. No.
Bro, I want Topi to come back.
Oh, I forgot he quit.
Topi.
They should have at least waited 3 days. Yeah, but then they're out of like the hype window really shortens, you know. And like we'll move on in a sec, but it is really funny to see like FNMO4 and Nexus have the same thumbnail.
Oh yeah, no,
And stuff like that. I look at that and I'm like, yep. It is cashing in time.
It's more than cashing in at this point, bro.
More like cashing in and then cashing out.
Yeah, no, because it's
I mean,
whatever.
Whatever. If you want to Uber eat every day, you know, and not go anywhere and like go out to eat, and live in like downtown Toronto, go for it, dude.
No, 'cause
just
that's the
showcase
thing,
whatever
though. I
you
feel
want.
like-
It's chill.
I think FNM has talked about like showcasing like it gives him like I won't say, but like you know a decent amount for him to like I forgot if he like actually like works. I honestly I know he does photography, but I don't know if that like pays or anything. But I
I
know
wouldn't
that
know.
showcasing helps him like live his life better, and I think that's kind of cool to think about.
Yeah.
That like I've also do you know the Horizon like the
Yeah,
Minecraft
yeah, yeah.
YouTuber?
The
Like
2B2T
obviously
guy.
he didn't upload for like so long until obviously recently, but he was talking about on Twitter that like it's crazy that he gets to basically have food every day due to these videos that he uploaded like years ago.
Yeah, yeah. YouTube is a luxury like that everyone takes for granted on here. I swear, it's passive income, and I'm no different either. The thing with Finn that is different from somebody like me, which is it's a cool and stark contrast to bring up, is that I upload really infrequently on my main channel. Anyone who knows the channel knows that. But Finn uploads a lot. We make similar, metrics. You know why that
Yeah.
is?
Well, because like
Because
if he's
he's
putting
making more
videos
videos,
out,
but they're shorter. I'm making less videos that are longer, so it evens out statistically. You know?
yeah. I mean that's kind of like it's kind of like YouTube Shorts, but for
Yeah.
these showcases, which like it's fair
Shorts
enough
is
because I
like,
feel like
hmm
it's like 50-50 because I think it's when does it cross the line where like you're just showcasing is are you showcasing to the point where you want to showcase it to people or are you showcasing for the money? Because like
it
obviously
probably
money,
bounces back and forth, I'd imagine.
yeah.
Because,
'Cause, like, that's the
of
thing,
course,
though.
it's impossible to ignore the fact that YouTube is dumping money into his bank account.
Yeah, because like
But
I mean,
it's
it's also
yeah.
like that's why like whenever I see like showcasers that high key do like the most random levels ever, I have more respect in that because like you're trying to showcase a level. Like
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
entire
It
point.
shows like more of a commitment to the art form, I think.
Yeah, more commitment to like yeah, you're just showcasing
More
to
like
showcase, bro.
willing to show people more interesting stuff. I think Viprin's always been good about that too on YouTube because he showcases
But
everything. Doesn't matter if it's
I,
easy or hard.
I'd love to have
I've
him look
always
at his
liked that
channel in a
about
second.
his videos.
Yeah, I honestly keep forgetting that, bro. I forgot that Vibrant's just a fucking showcaser, bro. Oh my god, I literally haven't checked his channel in so long. Cause like, sure, like he doesn't like, yeah, like prototype demon, like he's showing these things. Like, sure, they don't get like many views, but like that's the entire point. He's just trying to showcase the
He's doing
people
it
who
for the
care.
love of the game, which I can respect.
Yeah, and also it's like the thing about the Vibrant showcases is like if you get a Vibrant showcase, you might as well just say the level's gonna get rated.
Yeah, I mean, there's exceptions like Peaceful.
Yeah, but like your odds skyrocket. Like
Yeah, yeah.
he an hour ago he showcased the doggy like
That level's
that
incredible. That level's
it's
so
pretty
good.
cool. But like that got the Vibrant thing, bro. It's just GG's. Like that's
Doggy has
guaranteed
come full
rated at this point.
circle. Like, he really is a jack of all trades. It's so
Yeah.
impressive. He's a good editor. He's entertaining. He's insane at the game. He's a competent creator. Like,
That's it's kind of like when you talk about like doggy battle, like if that's 100% true. I just don't know how he like survives the
he's like the
mentality because like
Porsche of GD people.
no, because the thing about it is that, like, if he spends too long doing a certain thing, people are always going to be like, especially with like, oh my god, grief, bro, Jesus goddamn Christ. But like, he worked on this layout, and you know what people immediately were like, bro, get on grief. Why are you doing this layout? Like, are you human?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how he like keeps up with the mentality because like
That must
obviously
be why
it's
he doesn't stream as much.
yeah.
He probably just...
I mean, I don't think he plays. It's well, I'm pretty sure he doesn't play the level like hella off stream. Like I don't know if he has recently because obviously if it were to be off stream, I wouldn't know. No one would really know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just like
Maybe on Steam
like-
if I see he's playing GD.
yeah, it's just like hard to like. It's like on stream he's like the player, off stream he's like a decorator. But as soon as it's like he's not streaming as much, like people are like, bro, grief, lol.
Did you drop it? Hello? Are you alive? Are you okay?
Wait, the end is here. Does that mean you dropped grief?
I could tell he definitely just locked in to make that.
Yeah, I could tell that he just like randomly had like a passion spike that just stayed the entire time. Like that's tough.
What if that like eventually kills grief? Like, I feel like you can definitely tell he enjoyed that a lot. I bet he gets. What if he gets so into the zone of like creating and other stuff that like he just doesn't even want to touch grief anymore? Like that's a real possibility.
I feel like because like obviously he hasn't really played much other levels besides Grief, and I guess Waterfall that one time. Like
Yeah.
the thing about it is, I do get your point about like him just being like he just like stopped. If he has the passion to do this, I feel like he still has the passion to do Grief. It's just like I think it'll take longer than we might wrap 2 years just because of how like inconsistent he plays now, which is like chill because like I think he's like mentally I think he's destroyed for the time being.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that the whole time we were talking. Like, I don't think anyone could even describe that mental torment in this specific context with Grief other than him. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Well, even
empatheticness
put
like
it
with
into
you and
words,
Thinking Space 2 and whatever, but like
I mean,
for him
it's
and Grief,
weird.
it's like
It's weird to think about because, like, you know, there's always the joke about like, oh, Grief just gets him money, but like, you can like, obviously I've talked to him IRL and shit. Like, I think I forgot if he said it off camera or even like on that like Truth or Drink thing. Like, bro, he plays Grief like money or not. Like, sure, he gets it a lot, but I don't think he cares as much because he's just trying to beat the level. It's like I feel like another possibility that happens is like, let's say he plays for another, let's say wraps to 2026, and he just has like a conundrum that's just like, dude, what am I even like? I've been playing Grief for like a certain percentage of my life, and I still haven't done it. Like, I feel like if you think about it in that way, if he does, that would kill me. Like, genuinely, I think I could never touch that level again if that were to happen.
yeah, and then if you drop it, it just looms over you for the rest of your career.
Not like, bro, it might loop like the rest of your life. Like, imagine Doggy drops Grief right now. He's 19, 20, I forgot. I think 19. And he drops Grief. Bro, he'd be thinking about that when he's like 25. Like, imagine. He'd be like, dude, imagine if I did beat Grief. Like, just randomly at 25. But you think that would spark motivation for him to come back to the game and then beat Grief?
At least there would be a little bit of comfort in like knowing that like I don't think anyone would fucking beat it first for a while, you know? Because like you're not going to do it.
I mean,
like
the thing is,
all the
like,
other people are not going to do it.
I think it's weird because it's gotten to a point where it's mostly a respect thing. I think
it's like
I think
bloodlust.
Doggy could 100% be like mind blocked as shit. Like he has it right there, man. Like you've easily proven, you know, drop to 100, 35 to 100, 80, 7, like onto tacos like 4 times. I think if Grief were to be dropped by him, I don't see people picking it up like on the top player side, like me, Trick, Pop Off, unless it was like some I'm gonna say random, but like, you know what I mean? It's like the people like who probably, oh my god, I keep having this moment where I keep saying like a lot, and like every time I catch myself doing it, I like start fucking up words. But it gets to a point where the only people who would probably do Grief are just like the people. I don't even know, really. It's hard to tell because I feel like not a lot of people would actually try it out of respect. I feel like people would let it be, unless Ice Cave was like, bum bada bum, we need a verifier.
Which me might do.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch like the Secret Way thing with Ice Cave because I just haven't. But
Yeah,
I don't know what he said on there because obviously with the creator of Grief, like he has a lot of decision behind the verifying stuff. Like I wonder how much Ice Cave and Doggy talk like behind the scenes about it. Like I know Ice Cave, he's made it quite clear that okay, he doesn't like care how long it takes because it's already been a pretty decent amount. And he's basically said that, but I wonder what they say in the background, especially when like the people, I don't know who the people is, but like random people get progress on like leaked versions and Doggy starts buffing it more due to the pressure. Like that's the other thing is he got 80, like obviously 9 months ago, 10 months ago, I don't remember. And he's obviously buffed the level like a lot more since then because, top one. It's like fair enough. Like at this point, like the level's meant to be top one. Go ahead. I think that's been made very clear. And at what point? Okay, now that I think about it, would there be a future where Doggy nerfs Grief? just to be done with it. I don't know.
That has potential.
Because, like, there is passion, but at what point does the mental just completely break? At what point do you stop caring about everything and you just start nerfing the level just so you can be done with it?
Dude, I don't know. It's such an interesting thing to think about because it's like, I'm doing it again. For Doggy, I bet the level feels so close, but also so far. Because as you said, it's right there.
It's technically right there. I mean, technically it's right there. You know, you've done the runs, you've proved it. It's
that mental block is
weird.
just so great.
I think
like so hard to come by.
The reason why I like talk about like the nerf thing is because I've done it myself with TOD. Sure, the differences here are a lot crazier. You know, TOD is not top 1. No. And Grief's obviously like Omega top 1, so I didn't have like I just got annoyed at the level. I just like hyper nerfed it before I verified it. And you know, I've gone through that experience. I know how it feels. I do wonder to this day, like if I didn't nerf it, where it would place. But I feel like once Doggy's done with Grief and like months pass, he'll just finally stop caring. You know, it's like noise. Like he'll slowly start fading out. And then
there's no way he's not at least a little bit numb to everything yet. Like, there's almost no way, right?
Well, not I wouldn't say so. I mean, recently he did that post on his YouTube channel that was like, if you respect me a little bit, you don't play these leaked copies. I think
I just been playing the level.
Just
like thinking about it.
I don't know. I mean, dude, obviously we're not Doggy. We can't like understand to the point that he can. And obviously, he can just make speculations. And honestly, if you asked him, I really feel like he wouldn't know either. I don't know if you can put how he feels into words. Like,
I don't know if he can
you
either.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, dude, how can you even put that into words? The feelings of spending a really long time on a level and being technically just right there. You know, you can do it. However, you're just to the point where it's like even sunk cost fallacy won't even save you. It's just like
at that point, I think you just have to accept delusion in order to reach the goal.
Yeah, I mean,
you have to like literally just convince yourself that like it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it is fine technically. I mean,
and he's in a fortunate position too, where it's like he doesn't have to put his life on pause because this is his life.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
imagine if it was someone way smaller, and I know Doggy's in college, but imagine if it was somebody way smaller in school, like works a job or something, and it's like someone like that couldn't just quit their job, you know, unless there was enough reason to do it and it would be worth it.
I do know that. I mean, with Doggy being in college and stuff, like even when we did the Shimmer Death Link last year, I learned more about like the college thing with him. Like he has a really good schedule to like get around it so that he can come home and play GD. I think that college, I could imagine because I think it's second year for him. First, like, is it? I don't actually know if it's first or second.
I actually don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's second year for him. To be fair, there's just a great chance that college is just kicking him like in the ass really hard, and he's just not able.
I mean, that makes perfect sense. Like, why he's not streaming?
Why, especially like he only streams on like it feels like the weekend sometimes, because you know it's the only time he probably has. But like, and also like really late at night. Obviously, I think with him always streaming at night, it's good because for the viewer wise, it's like, oh, if he is going to be streaming, it would be at this time, you know. So people have like expectations.
How funny would it be if he started a grief stream and just didn't play it a single time?
Yeah,
I mean,
played something else.
It's weird because like he's open about it, like all like the grief stuff, but I don't think he's like fully open about it. Like, there's still some stuff that like we all like wonder. It's like,
I mean, I'm sure there's episodes that no one's ever gonna find out about.
Oh God!
Oh, like
man,
mental
I didn't even
episodes.
think about that. Yeah.
Like I'm sure, I am sure, dude, that I'm sure he's like just sat at his computer or even like laid in his bed and just like tried to not fall apart. Like that's hard to say. Like that's really terrible.
Yeah. But the craziest
But-
thing is like that could be a reality. Like
I hope
Like-
not, but
I'd hope not.
you know,
But I see like a point where he would open up his computer, like he'd play GD. Imagine he's like creating his little layout thing, and he clicks the create tab and he just sees grief and he just starts
Yeah.
like he just freezes right there. It's like, dude, before he clicks on the
I feel like he
layout.
has to have some numbness. Surely, right? like I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, obviously he doesn't need to be like open, with everyone questioning about it. It's just
He's done
or will
really
he
good on
not?
stream of not falling apart, which is good. That's very
Yeah.
difficult to do.
I don't know. I feel like it's easier on like I could see you like fully crashing out. Don't get me wrong, but like falling up. I feel like falling apart is different than. Just
Okay, well,
getting
I don't
really
mean like maybe that's dramatic.
No, because like look, as someone who's fallen apart over this goddamn game before, I can tell you that getting angry over it and falling apart are two different.
Yeah.
Like very angry compared to falling apart.
I mean,
Because
yeah, there's rage moments and then there's mental breakdowns.
yeah, and I've had my fair share of mental, well, not even fair share of mental. I've had like maybe two, but oh my god, they are not times you want to be in because it's from my times of having mental breakdowns over this game, it turned into a point of like an existential crisis on top of the game. You know what I mean? It's like you start thinking about all of it, like the grand scheme of things, and it started breaking me down. I'm just like, there's like
Yeah.
no reason I should be spent like it was over TS2. I had my one, near the end of the verification, but mostly I was just like cooked. I was like, how am I spending this so long on a goddamn level, bro? And that was only 7 months, a pretty decent amount of time, but like that was only 7 compared to Doggy's 1.5. He spent double the time on grief I did on TS2. I don't. I mean, it's kind of it's the thing I will say is if you look at his Twitter and stuff, like he's doing stuff outside of grief. Thankfully, he's got like the TCD channel where he does content there. He's he like has a girlfriend now again. I think. I'm pretty sure.
I think, yeah.
Pretty sure. I mean, they post on Twitter stuff. That's a huge assumption, but like also, surely, right? They have matching profile pictures on Discord. We don't talk about that, and
It's kind of
like it's like his life is moving on. You can clearly tell, and it's like still
Yeah.
grief is here, but like I'm happy that its life is still able to like fully continue without him having to like be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna spend my years between 17 and 19 playing grief. It's like, whoa.
what a way to spend your late teenage years.
I know.
I mean,
It's
and he's
kinda
in
crazy.
college, yeah.
Wait, let me do the quick math here.
Imagine he's watching and gets super motivated. And
I've
beats
been
it in a
playing. I've been playing. I think the craziest metric I can put out is that I've been playing GD for 30% of my life.
God
You know
damn.
how crazy. You know how crazy that is to like say out loud. I've been
I have a
playing
lot of
since
hours too.
2020. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just basing off the fact that I'm 17 and I've been. I mean, if I round it up to 18, it'd be 5 divided by 8. Like, it's still above a quarter of my life. I mean, it's been playing this game, and obviously, I've been number 1 for. Actually, that's a funny metric to also. Let's do 2.5 divided by 17. I've been number 1 for 15% of my life. You know how crazy that is?
That's what?
That's like the one thing. It's like I think obviously we've been talking about Doggy this whole goddamn time, and obviously I'm like the guest of this podcast. If we were to put it on me now, a lot of people like whenever I stream, there's obviously the people who are just trying to rage bait me, and I am definitely a very easy rage baited person. Oh my god, I can't. I literally it really gets to a point. I don't know. I'm really bad at
Yeah.
ignoring some of glaring things, but I think a lot of people, nowadays, if I were to be completely open about it, nowadays it's like, oh, who's better, Pop-Off or you? And I'm just like, dude. It's weird from my perspective because I've been number 1 for so long, and I wish I didn't care as much as I did over the number 1 status because sure, it feels like, oh my god, someone's trying to get to it. Oh, I'm gonna lose
Do
my
you feel like it
status.
defines you?
Yeah, in like a sense. It also feels like if I lose number one, I'll just be completely forgotten. And sure, that's definitely not going to be the case, but that's definitely one of the reasons why I ignore like almost everything when it comes to pop off versus you or pop off versus me. I guess I should say in this context, because I care to a point where like if I were to like speak about it, I don't know. I just like it just wouldn't feel like natural to me because every time someone does that, I instantly start being like, oh, I've done this, oh my god. But then I take like a step back and I'm just like, it really is just a game, man. It really is just a number that I'm at. But this is what the community only cares about in terms of skill and top play. And with Popoff being really, I would say, really, he's away with his words.
Is he a philosopher?
And I don't know. It's just like it's like he has a ways with his words. I'd say, especially with it. I think he's very good at being. I don't even know how to like phrase it. Just you can tell he has some emotion behind what he says, especially over text.
He's an emotional guy. I don't know.
It's weird. Okay, well, with like the TS2 stuff and like the Amethyst stuff, I don't really care anymore. It's genuinely just every time I stream, anytime I do really anything, it's like, oh, dude, you used to, like every time, especially recently, Popoff has been saying a lot about like the TS2 Amethyst, no CBF blocker, which is really interesting, and I try to just ignore it most of the time because what's the point? I mean,
there's
he's
definitely
very open.
journey and like accepting that this is kind of how it is.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I think okay. So last time on Secret Ways like interview thing, after I said whatever I said, honestly I forgot it was a long ass thing. I think a lot of people were like, "Yeah, bro, this is just how it is. Like, why are you complaining?" You know what I mean? It's like this is like
easy for them to say. They're not you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
you
like,
try being okay. I mean, whatever. They're
but
children, probably. They don't.
Yeah,
they can't process
that's like the thing.
Why this is a big deal.
Exactly. I think numbers can help like put it into perspective, especially when I was talking about like me being was it
playing this game for so like a percentage of my life, like putting into percentages wise, like it just I feel like it gives a better perspective. I don't know. I just I think it can like go on to like when would I quit this game? When would I be done with it? And it's hard to really tell because I look at like technical and stuff. Like sure, his time. Okay, I'm gonna put it. His time has passed, but I mean like when he was number one.
Well, yeah, he's past his prime, and he knows that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's the right way to put it. I think he's better. I mean, he's better now than he was back then. I just think the time, the generation. He's past his generation of time. Like he's still like a good player.
Peak, I guess.
Yeah. Because obviously he's better now than he has ever been. He beat Arcturus recently. Beat that basically like back-to-back days because he's him and stuff. Yeah. And I feel like
he's a force to not be reckoned with.
Yeah. He's technical, bro. He's the GOAT. We love technical.
He was number one.
When it comes yeah, exactly. And when it comes to me, it's like obviously I'm in like a position where I think I don't know who's been number one the longest. I don't know if it's me. I don't like in terms of like what people would consider number one, like stats viewer wise. I'm sure Trick overtook me for like a little bit of time, but I took it back then. That was like a year ago. And I don't know if anyone's been number one for as long as I have. I genuinely have no idea. There's a good chance, like, who knows? Maybe Hotball was, bro. Maybe Hotball is just a fun.
I bet there's a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Just by, like stats.
It's like I'm kind of creating history, but the thing about it is, it's hard for me to like not come off as like slightly egotistical about like everything, because like I try to be humble,
and I try not to care too much because I feel like whenever I care too much about the game, I start saying things I don't intend, or I just don't have fun in the game anymore. Because I think the craziest thing that's happened recently, so obviously I like face revealed recently, and my life's like genuinely probably it's gonna change. It's probably changed like hella in the past like 2 weeks. It's just kind of crazy to think about because I think like my whole school basically knows at this point. And recently,
Oh yeah, that
like
I didn't
this,
even think about
oh
that.
my god, no, dude, my like personal life now is obviously. I mean, I expected it to get like affected because to the scale I'm at and how long like I've been number one and how many YouTube videos have been made about me. Like I said, this comes off as egotistical, but like obviously nowadays,
Well,
like
it's
I
just
come
the
off as, like,
reality. It's not even.
the reality of it is just like I'm quite popular if you like search my name up, and with like my whole school like finding out and then probably doing research and be like, wow, bro, dang, pretty good, bro. Like recently, not even recent, bro. Like last week, I was someone that I know. I'm like friends with them, I'd say, but they know me, and they came up to me and they're talking about how like the yearbook wants to do like a whole page about me, about my GD shit. You know how crazy that is?
That is really cool.
You know how insane that is? That
They'll
I
put
would
your
have like
icon in the yearbook.
yeah, it's kind of crazy that I live in this like reality I've never seen anyone else live in. Because what?
'Cause it's
I
yours.
go like not even the other like literally yesterday I was at Costco and these kids were like Zoink. I was like, dude, what? Like, obviously the issue I have with like the IRL shit is the only people who come up to me are, and I quote, I don't want this to sound like terrible, but as a stereotypical, in quotations, white TikTokers. And I think the
Stereotype for a
hard part,
reason.
yeah, and like it's hard for me to like, I guess enjoy, you know, like oh my god, I'm getting recognized in public because they don't care about the goddamn game. They only know because everyone else like knows. That's the thing. I've never
Yeah.
had an interaction in person with anyone about like the game. Like if they randomly come up to me because like imagine, you know what happens every time they, you know, like, it's high school, so I mean, you know, I don't blame them, but they instantly go and be like, yeah, how much do you make a month? Like I've been asked that genuinely like 10 to 15 times by now in the span of like 2 weeks. It's just like one a day. It's crazy. And
Yeah, you
I
kind
think
of have
that's
to lie.
also,
You can just be like, I don't know.
it's not even that. Like it's crazy because I really haven't lied to them. I just say I'm like, yeah, I'm a pretty decent amount. And I've
I
said
mean,
a
yeah,
number of
like
times.
you know what I used to say?
What?
I used to just say enough.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna start saying that now.
That's
but
a good answer.
I think
I always give.
the issue with that is now, if I were to like lose number one, they would I feel like some of them would be like, dude, what happened, bro?
Oh my
Like
god.
this
yeah.
kind of like
It's like the press.
like yeah, exactly. That's kind of one thing. I mean, I would say I signed myself up for that. You know, if I were to lose number
Comes
one,
with
let's
the
say
job.
pop off takes over, and like it's like very publicly he took over, right? It's not like I came back. Let's just say like in a few months from now, pop off takes over. It's like fucking January, and it's like very public for some reason. You know, like for some reason the community's like going crazy over it, and there's like outside sources saying it. And people would like come up to me probably in person and be like, "How do you feel about that?" And also, how much do you make a month?
You'd
now?
have to give like
You know?
such a celebrity answer, just being like, "I'm very proud of him. He deserves it," and yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I haven't even thought about that.
Because in my mind,
But-
it sounds like when reporters are just like coming up to comedians at watch parties in like L.A. and just asking them questions, and they have to just pretend to care. Not even pretend to care,
Yeah.
but it's like you can't
I feel like
get out of it. So it's like
the thing.
I'm very
Yeah, I think
grateful. You know, the kid deserves it. He's worked hard. It's like, what do you want me to say?
I think that the thing about it is, I feel like I'm gonna say once I get taken over, let's say it's my pop off, because I mean that makes the most sense, I'd say, in this scenario. I feel like once it happens, I'll stop caring. Like genuinely, maybe I get like a spike of motivation, like Trick has like many times, you know, because Trick, once he got passed over by pop off, he came back, beat a few levels, but maybe I get a little spike in motivation. But I mean, I feel like once the band-aid's finally ripped, I'll stop caring as much about like everything in the sense of like I'll stop being like nervous whenever some person just randomly gets like. I think when Defeated Circles got rated, there was this like I don't I'm gonna say a Russian. I don't even remember like the person's name. Like I feel bad, but they beat it on this like custom LDM. But when I heard that like it was already beaten, I was like I genuinely like felt something. I was like, damn, because that's how like it's weird how much I like kind of care. Like whenever I see progress that other people do, it's like, oh, it's only on my levels. I really don't care about anything else. But like about my verifications, like once Nullscapes gets a victor, I'm probably gonna feel like, oh, well, now I got to do something else. You know what I mean?
Forgot that no one has beaten that still.
Yeah, it's
Fucking
coming up on 1.1 years.
the freak of nature level.
I don't know.
Just casually
I
made
think
like
about-
one of the hardest things ever. Like no one
thing
can
is-
beat it.
It's so weird because it's obviously I can't really determine difficulty because again I verified it, I did it. It's like, oh, if I can do it, why can't the others? But that's like stupid to say because obviously I'm good at the game. It's just hard to realize for me. I'm just like, it's just so weird. I think I have a weird mindset with the game now where I don't like I really play for the list. I really don't play for the game anymore. Like that's the issue. Is like I think
Yeah.
with how like I'd say good I am at the game, for me to have like true enjoyment, I either play random wave challenges that are like decently hard, or I just play the list because anything easier, I start getting annoyed at every death because I'm just like, oh, I should be better, you know, expectation stuff.
Yeah.
That's the issue. I think that's one of my bigger negatives to my mindset is like expectations. Like that's one of the reasons why I like completely broke down during TS2. One of the reasons why I just got Amethyst is just dog shit, but one of the reasons why Amethyst was just like worse than it should have been. Reasons why Nullscapes made me. That was my other breakdown. Nullscapes. Why that one
That
broke
makes sense.
me.
No one's beaten it, and it's impossible.
Well, it's not even that. It's like I just took so long on a relatively simple level. Let's just call it that. Even though, yeah, the gaps are quite hard.
What do you think about Flame Wall?
Flame Wall,
level. I don't even know if you've played it.
I haven't touched it, and I'm scared to touch it because I have a history of never being happy playing XXXLs, let alone a hard, super hard one. Like when I say super hard, I'm like the gameplay is like genuinely difficult for like 7 minutes because obviously most XXXLs like the gameplay is a lot easier, just like Sinister Silence.
Yeah,
and
I feel like you'll find it
but
fun.
I need to like fix my mindset. Like I'm not ready for Flame Wall because if I were to go into it right now, I think I'd get mad day 2.
I mean, you could test the
not-
waters, just do like small runs because like individually it's fun because it's not that hard because the gameplay's not condensed because it's long.
Yeah, but
So that's a strength.
I mean that's what they say about all XXLs, but it gets to a point. You know, once you reach a certain person, like if it's 7 minutes, like if I'm doing a 1 minute run, I die at 99. God.
Yeah, I could see that with like beating easy stuff and just being like, fuck, I'm the best player. I'm not supposed to die ever. Fuck.
I don't know. It's not like it's weird because
That's an exaggeration, but
yeah, I don't really think like that. I mean, sure, I think of myself as good, and I try to keep thinking like, oh, I can get better. But the issue is that whenever I die, I'm like, dude, how do I get any better? Like, I need like so. There's got to be a way, you know. It's like kind of in the sense of what you like did, but in like a dude, I just need to improve. If I want to like do this. Like, I don't know how to improve because. I mean, I've been playing the game for 5 years, and obviously I've gotten better basically every year. But how do I improve from here, you know? Like, CBF exists now. I have a pretty decent setup. Like,
I don't know.
how do you get better at the game? Like, how do I
I don't
push my
even know
own
who to begin to ask.
Yeah.
about that.
Because here's okay, I've been thinking about it a lot more recently. I've been looking at like how other people play the game. I'd say, you know, maybe I can learn something from them. And Trick is like a weird example
because he's really good at like the first session, like no sleep, no nothing. He's really good at like being able to do the level. I don't know, it's super weird. Like he doesn't need to like get the sleep buff in order for him to like beat a level. Like I don't know how. Like his like but like the issue comes when it's a few days down the line and then the sleep buff for me kind of like overlaps what he could do, like because I asked him specifically and he was like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get the sleep buff. And I was just like, whoa. That's first off, I don't he probably does, but I don't know how. Obviously,
what if he has that condition where he like only needs like 5 hours of sleep?
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
what an envious condition that is.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's just like with him, like he's really good at learning. He's really good at getting the patterns down like day one. He's really good at all these things. And my issue is I'll compare to him. Compared to him, like I'm genuinely like really slow at learning. I'm genuinely like I can't get stuff down obviously as fast as he can. The only time that I start to like overlap his time is when I sleep, because I don't know how my body does it, because this is like the one thing that I do that sure other people like experience, but it's hard to like you can't just compare like the sleep buff. You can't just compare like, oh, how much do I gain from it compared to you. But for me, it's like once I sleep on a level, I wake up the next day, it's like everything clicks. And the more days that I do it, like the better it gets. And most levels nowadays,
so you have power
for me
creep,
like
essentially.
What? Yeah, like
where like initially you're not that strong, but then as time goes on, it grows, and then it's like someone like Trick.
Yeah, it's like Trick starts like that's the thing though. That's why Trick is like really good at like I'd say the like the higher end main lists, the easy to like really easy to learn levels and stuff, because he starts off really fast, and if you have a level that's like considerably easier compared to like the top ones and top tens, then I see him easily like outpacing me in levels. And then as soon as you reach like the top 10, I think that's when I start overlapping him, because I just start sleeping and it's like, oh well, now all these timings which I used to find like impossible that are like 3 frames are like just really easy now for no reason.
I wonder if someone has made a Google sheet or something with each of like the top 5 or even top 10 players' individual skill sets. Have you played Castle Crashers before? Probably not. But
nope.
Have you ever played a game where like a character has individual stat bars and like some are like higher than others?
FIFA stuff.
I wonder if someone has made something like that for like the best GD players, for like an interesting compare and contrast.
The issue with that is it would have to be someone in top play, because there are some things you just wouldn't be able to understand if you were like a top player.
I mean, it could be
like,
generalized.
Like the thing that I was talking about, like you would never notice that. Like for me, like as I was saying, like I usually take here's how most of my sessions usually goes. Like the first time I'm learning it, I do like 5% runs where I can't do anything unless the level is like maybe extended for some reason. It just clicks better than normal. But my first session is usually like, okay, well I can't play a single part, and I'm just figuring out where all the spikes are. My second session, usually either I just beat it on my second session for whatever reason because it just clicks, or I'm understanding where the spikes are. Third, I usually beat everything on like a third or fourth session. That's my that's where I'd say I like pretty peak at, is like every level for me takes like 3 to 4 sessions, like max, until you get to like the top like 10. Because once you get to the top 10, Anathema took me like 6 sessions. Andromeda took me 6 sessions as well. But I like what's one thing that I've seen some people talk about it, but I don't know if like the broader community knows, is when it comes to like skill. The weird thing about this game is like the better you get, it's not that like, oh, you'll beat like the extended list faster. It's everything from like the top 150 to like top 50 takes the same time, instead of it being like everything in the 150s is way faster than in like the top 100s. Because weirdly enough, that's just not how it works. Like if I were to like, wait, let me just like look at like an extended list level real quick. Let me just go to pointer crate. Like let's say I would start working on it's not 2-player, fucking Frost Spirit. Sure, Frost Spirit. It's 2 minutes 46. Relatively, it's 10 whatever. I would probably take, because it's a little longer, I'd say 3 to 4 sessions, which is like, oh, why would you take that long on a level that's like 100 when you spent less time on a main list before? But the thing is, when you get to like the skill level where I'd say I'm at, it all feels like the same. Like the way you learn a level, the way you play a level, it's all kind of monotonous. It's like the same cycle. It's like, oh, you learn it, and then after like a day or two, then you start actually like basically playing from zero. And it just, there hasn't been like a level where it's been different than that for me since like Amethyst, TS2, because everything between 150 and 20 for me takes like the same time.
I wonder if you'll ever start doing things similar to Geoster, where you beat like the old list, or you do like challenges and stuff like that, because that seems really fun. I feel like if you ever got burnt out of top play, doing something like that would be probably a very refreshing experience, especially like the forms list or like the 2017 demon list, stuff like that.
What I would love to do is genuinely learn 2-player solo, but I can't do that right now because I just feel pressured to like consistently play like the list and keep grinding list points. I wish I felt like I had time. I have time. Don't get me wrong. I just wish I felt like I had time to grind out 2-player solo and try to get better at that, because that would be a completely different experience. I'd start easy and work my way up to Codep, and I probably will do that in the future, but that's one thing that I would love to do.
Yeah, common misconception, you're not a robot.
Yeah.
just
like,
to get that clear.
I need to understand, like, Doggy beat Codep, and which is insane. I don't even know how he did that in like a month, bro. He's like low-key a demon at that. But Trick, Pop Off Me. If you look at the top 10, I'm pretty sure, in the top 10, except WizKid, I'm pretty sure he's top 10. No one else has played 2-player. No, not a single person has touched the solo 2-player level on the list. You know how crazy that is? Because back when 2-player was like announced, I kind of predicted, like back then, obviously, like no hindsight, I was just like, oh, it'll like kill like top play. Sure, it didn't kill top play, but it killed like the thought process of like trying to beat the entire main list again, or trying to beat the entire extended list. Because the thing about 2-player, which I feel like people know about it, but they don't understand like to the degree about how crazy it is, that like it genuinely feels like a different game. The concept of using both hands to not alternate, but like click at completely different points in time compared to each other is like stupid.
Makes sense. WizKid used to be the only top 250 player with a single 2-player completion. Jesus.
Yeah. Like that's the thing. Like WizKid, oh my god. Well, WizKid's like, I think
cool.
He's like a really good example of like a top player. Like he's really well rounded. I think many people will consistently go on to say this, spam. I wouldn't say spam god, but he's spam consistent, knows how to alternate. He's good at 2-player. Has he beaten all the 2-player levels on the list except?
Did he beat Anathema? I think he did, right?
He's the verifier.
Forgot.
Yeah, that's funny. But I think he's beaten Codep. I think he's beaten Beeline. I don't know if he's beaten Crystal Cruster. These are all like main lists that are 2-player.
We definitely need more player mods, too.
Oh yeah, that's a great point, dude. I want to get GD mod, not so I can rate levels, even though I'd love to send many levels. Don't worry, my mind is full of many things, like Through the Gates, and that's about it. And I would love to have the name Zoink on GD because I have zZoink, and the account Zoink isn't even being used. I just, I can't. You can't change your name unless you're a moderator, which is like kind of stupid.
There's some exceptions, still, but
I don't even think I can get an exception.
Very few.
I don't even think I can get an exception, even like where I stand in the community, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think another thing is I just wished.
I mean, everyone talks about it, bro. I just wish not even the mod team, just Rob Top was more open about like stuff. Like, if you talk about Nexus being high up in the clouds, Rob Top is heaven in terms of how far up he is. Because that guy, do not talk to TS community unless it's an event level. Does not give information about how his coding thing for 2.3 is. And then randomly rates levels, and for some reason we still don't really understand how he doesn't see some levels. Like, obviously, some, like, for TS2, like, obviously he finally got rated after 4 months. But, like, really? And he got, like, if it was star rate, I wouldn't really care. But it got featured, which means that Rob Top just probably didn't straight up see the level. It's like, how? Genuinely, how?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not. I should probably be more tapped into the game than I am right now. I hear a lot about stuff, you know, just hearing
As
like
well.
he's doing the bare minimum, or like he's finally doing this, or like this is happening.
'cause
I don't know what's going on.
Actually, no, one thing I want to say, like, this is kind of off topic, but it goes back to Amethyst, is when Popov verified it, he said that he was going to make a version that was easy extreme, and he never did. And I actually am curious what happened to that.
I bet he got sidetracked when it got rated. He's like, oh, never mind. Do it
Yeah.
later.
Like, bro, I kind of wish he went through with that. That actually would have been really cool. For there to be, like, an easy extreme version of, like, a top one that was, like, play tested by the verifier to be, like, good. But he just never followed through with it. I kind of wish he did. That would have been really cool.
I wonder if there's a plan for if Rob Top ever dies. That's a really interesting conversation there, because it's like
The plan.
there's almost no way this hasn't been talked about with like Viperin and whoever with him. Like, surely there's almost no way that conversation hasn't happened at least at some point. It's like, I wonder what would happen. Like, who gets control of what, or does the game just die? Like, what happens with stuff like Geode? What happens with community involvement? What happens with levels getting rated? What happens with the mod team? Because
I
all
feel
of that
like
stuff is under his control. And, like,
it gets weird.
what the
'cause
hell would happen?
I feel like if Rob Top died, the community was split. But in the sense of, like, with how Pointer Craze kind of doing it, like, the rated plus tab, they would already kind of figure out a way to, like, you know, get around, like, what Rob Top does, which is, like, rating
That's
stuff
a
and all
great
that.
point somebody made. Here's to the theory of it splitting. I bet the main game would maybe still exist, and then maybe people would try to like min-max that. And then the other side, I bet somebody up high in the community would make a private server, and then that would become GD.
Ooh.
And then at that point, there's no Rob Top to worry about, which sounds terrible, but this is hypothetical. There's no like singular entity. So then like maybe multiple people could rate levels. It'd probably be much easier to become mod and stuff like that. Maybe transparency stuff would change. Who knows? Literally, I don't know.
And then, what if Absolute takes over and he starts coding 2.3? Bang.
That would be what an insane alternate reality.
Yeah,
there.
we know what's crazy? We say this, and it's like, low-key, look, Rob Top
I mean, he has
doesn't-
done a lot of the work for him when it comes to specific things that are minute. It's like
Look,
the
I
hitboxes
think-
and absolutes. Like, dude, where's my fucking paycheck at Rob Top Games?
No, I think the thing about it, is, let's not say Rob Top dies, but if Rob Top stepped down, just stop creating the game, I think Absolute would be, like, one of the best people, like, take over and start coding. Because, like, bro, he knows, like, basically the ins and outs and everything. He'd probably be able to, like, code
Yeah,
literally
I bet
anything
people
for
like
the game.
FOD do as well.
Yeah, there's like a whole group of programmers, like, in the background that can easily, like, not easily, obviously, but, like, there's some good decisions that can definitely be made.
I don't even know what.
I think-
I remember having this conversation with somebody at some point. Get an actual team. Give the game to
Yes,
Burnham. Great idea.
Burn him, bro.
Solid idea.
You know what's great? Like, last time I was on here was 2 years ago. You know what's happening back then? I think I just got off the verification of Tidal Wave, and
Oh, was it after?
yeah, because Tidal Wave I think I verified in September, and I just got off that. That's when I was like full growing like hella, because it's kind of weird to think about, and obviously it wasn't all me, obviously, but I think Tidal Wave genuinely like increased the game's popularity.
I bet it did.
From
And
my
any
perspective.
big upbringing like that would, I think,
Yeah,
bring
'cause-
more attention.
Because before Tidal Wave, I was at what even? I was at like 30 or 40K like subscribers. As that, I think I was number one. I had like 30, 40K. I was like, it's not bad, something like that. And then I verified Tidal Wave, and then I jumped to like 100K. Like it was kind of crazy. Like I don't know why that was such a big. Like I know like the level's very. I don't. It's a good top one, I'd say. A lot of people have said that, so it's not like full bias.
It's very split from what I see.
Yeah, it's a very unique top one. We'll call it that. Unique top one, which somehow brought the attention of like hella people, and I think it kind of piggybacked like with Slaughterhouse, like that. I think Slaughterhouse was like the main break to GD top play being a lot more popular. I think Slaughterhouse was
Yeah, it's one of them.
one of, or if not the biggest break, because outside creators, they search up hardest levels. Slaughterhouse came up back then, and it has the aura of top one. They were like, damn, bro. And then Tidal Wave happens, and it's like, oh, do-dap, do-do-do, dap, do-do-do. It's like, oh, word.
75-25 positivity on Tidal Wave. I mean, it's just such a split thing. There's so much to talk about. We don't even need to do that. We've done that too much in the past.
There's so much you could talk about.
There's nothing to say about it.
I think everything that's needed to be said has basically already been said somewhere all the time.
I do wonder what the closed doors opinions are.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Like what mods think about stuff like that.
Oh.
Who knows?
I'm pretty sure mods is still split. But I wonder, like, Rob Tops, like, I wonder how he feels about it, like, years down the line after getting basically, in quotations, forced to rate it. Like, I wonder what he thinks about it down the line. Like, I wonder if he still
forced
feels like
is
that.
very forced in this context.
Yeah, because, I mean, he crazy it is to think about how Tidal Wave was so popular that, like, everyone was, like, spamming it. That even Rob Top commented being like, what are you going to spam now? You know how crazy that is? It's like the most...
Yeah,
like,
that
he's ever
self-awareness
said
kind of annoyed me a little bit. Because...
Yeah.
I could definitely understand how it could feel forced from that perspective. Because ultimately, Rob wants to shape the way he sees the game. And he has that kind of manipulation to it where it's like, if I don't rate it, it's never getting rated. You know? And then it's never officially recognized in that capacity either. And it just eventually, like, whatever, it's a top one that got forgotten about. It's the new Death Corridor Z all over again. Whatever. And then it just fades into obscurity.
Yeah.
Unless he rates it.
Yeah, unlike the Recropolix, where he just rates it after 8 years. Like, genius. But
yeah, I don't.
it's
Maybe
kind
a
of
mod
like,
was like, hey, do you remember this? He was probably like, oh yeah, good one. I'm going to rate that one.
Yeah.
I bet that's how that went down.
I wonder how self-aware Rob Top is when it comes to the point that GD is really popular due to the Demonlist. I don't... Like, the creator side, sure, Skeletal Shenanigans was kind of crazy. All that stuff.
Yeah, that was a big one, too.
But like, besides that, like, top play, just the Demonlist, makes up for a lot of the popularity that the game's got. I do wonder how, like, self-aware he is at that, like, basically objective fact.
It's also easy to forget just how much bigger the game is now. Like,
yeah,
I keep forgetting about that too. The game averages 30,000 players a day or something.
It's kind of crazy how... And that's just Steam.
Lot.
That's not even mobile.
Yeah. Rob is as rich as ever.
Yeah, I mean, this game is, like, has a really, like, very stuck-together community in the terms of, like, with how the editor and stuff, how those limitations work. It's like, yeah, we can just create our own stuff. Like, the game doesn't really need to be updated too much, or if at all.
There's a very interesting argument to be made, too, which is the opposite of the 2.2 bubble. And I remember that conversation in that group chat that was had for, like, 3 hours at, like, 4 a.m. I think it was during the summer. But It's the argument that instead of 2.2 being this saving grace, it actually argues the opposite, which is like 2.2 might be one of the worst things to happen to the game. And it's a very fascinating viewpoint to listen out on. Of course, it doesn't mean that that's true, but
Yeah.
it's subjective. It's just super fascinating to hear about it, because it's like the argument was that the game was very over-evolved and it still had very much identity with GD and with 2.2 and the game-breaking features that it has, especially with creating, leveling the playing field, adding all these effects to make levels that don't even look like they're in the game anymore. It almost, the argument is that it feels more like it's actually, funnily enough, robbing the game of its identity when you make levels that are so crazy that it's like, what game even is this? And that is a super interesting perspective that I don't see often with a lot of people.
I think when 2.2 dropped, or even before it dropped, I know I had some conversation about this, but in the terms of like the playing side, because when before 2.2 dropped, we all knew that 240 was going to be locked, and a lot of people talked about how like this would be one of, or if not like a really bad decision for top play, because in 2.1 obviously it was 360, and in 2.2 it would be 240, and the concept is like why make the game worse in a way, you know what I mean? In terms of precision. Obviously we have CBF now, but no one had any idea about that back then. So one of like the concepts was 2.2 is going to kill top play, because sure it levels the playing field, but it just makes it less precise, so the game can't reach limits it has before. Because if I were to beat Tidal Wave 2.2, obviously like back then, let's say I played on 240, I think that would be like crazy. Like that doesn't even seem like something I'd have had the skill back then to do, because like 360 just made the game like so much better. Sure, it made it in quotations easier, but it was just like more precise, just a better game. So with 2.2 limiting that precision and accuracy, that was like the issue, is that 2.2 would kill that part of the game.
People are kind of missing the point of what I was saying, and I don't really agree with it that much, by the way. Sorry, I'm just want to clarify this in the chat. The argument is not inherently against discouraging artistic opportunity in the game. There's no denying that 2.2 leveled the playing field, and it is much easier to have better artistic execution to what you want to make. No one's arguing against that. The argument that some people have for 2.2 being non-preferable to 2.1 is that it's very comparable to, like, let's say post-endgame MCU. This is very comparable. A lot of people slowly have been gravitating more towards the older films because they're grounded more towards reality and what made the MCU so special. Now that we have post-endgame, nobody cares about that. And it can be applied loosely to the way 2.1 felt, in the sense of the identity was very much still GD. You know, you could very easily, and you still can with 2.2, of course, but you do go further and further away with something like 2.2, where levels are so crazy that it's like people kind of like the feeling of having it still be GD in the way that it was. And that could be taken a numerous amount of ways, whether nostalgic or stubborn, whatever. It just is a fascinating thing to hear somebody out on. And I agree a little bit. I wouldn't go as far to say 2.2 should not have come out. Of course, the way it exists is fine. It is an interesting thing to think about, though.
I think,
and that's
it,
you know?
Nah, because like low key, I think with how you were saying it, it kind of splits it up, like the community, into more different ways of people who want the game to still feel like 2.1 GD versus the community who wants to push the game past, you know, like the old 2.1 GD feel and make it feel more outside.
Yeah, it's really just the reformation of identity that the game carries with everything artistically. You know, everything that's created.
I think the craziest thing was, obviously, the game between 1.0 to 2.1, the camera was static. And with 2.2, just changing the camera, you can change it to whatever. Like, that's one thing about the identity thing that's definitely been... Sure, I mean, the camera thing isn't
Yeah.
really too big. Like, it still makes it feel GD, but I
The
think
Blue
with how
Elephant said
long...
exactly what I was trying to say. GD has
Yeah.
its own style, and hyper-realistic, effect-heavy levels don't really contribute to that culture. That's exactly what I was saying. Yeah.
I think 2.1 just lasted, or not even 2.1, but like there was too much time between 1.0 and 2.2 that it kind of made everyone back then feel like, oh, this is just the game style, you know?
There's definitely creature comforts of 2.1 and 2.2 that, you know, really did rock everyone's shit. Like, remember right before 2.2, like, everything was so dialed in, dude. Like, the game was very much over-evolved for what it was. And not saying 2.2 again, 2.2 coming out is fine. It's just funny how much stuff it kind of, you know, messed with.
I think the
internally
thing is, like, before 2.2 dropped, like very late 2.1, with creators like making these insane like end screens that still had like camera movements in quotations, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, these like animations for end screens. Like back then, I think one of the issues 2.2 did was it made every like level seem, obviously this is completely wrong because every level is still impressive, but it made every level feel like, oh, this isn't as hard to make, so it's not as impressive.
Right.
Does that make sense?
There is like I feel like that's a bragging rights thing at that point. Like it is technically more impressive to make something that could look the same as something in 2.2, just technically different and harder to make, and you can't cut as many corners. And like, sure, whatever, you know, anyone that makes art and creates stuff can take pride in something even as silly as that, because it's like you get to say that.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's an inherent issue with the playing field being leveled with 2.2 coming out. If anything, I enjoy it a lot.
Well, okay, wait.
You know?
So one thing I should clarify is it's not like my bad, but like the bragging rights thing, like that definitely does happen. But I was talking about more like how, you know, with like Kulak and Emerald Realm. I think that I forgot what the level was called. Where like the end screen was like the end screen was you fly up in 2.1. Like back then, those levels were so rare that every time you saw it, it felt like a mythic, but like for 2.1 standards, right? And nowadays, with like every level being able to do that, it kind of makes
it feel less impressive.
Yeah, it makes those moments feel less special because they happen so often that it doesn't really feel like a moment, if you know what I mean, like a special moment.
I just hope people don't take what we're saying the wrong way. I just hope people don't hear that and assume that we like hate 2.2.
Yeah,
which is like just literally not even what we're talking about.
I think 2.2, like especially on like the modded side, like CBF's the greatest thing that this game's ever seen, no doubt, in terms of playing side.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the thing about 2.2 is like, you know, people are like limitations breed creativity, and 2.2 breeded creativity on the mod side, which is kind of cool because that didn't really happen in 2.1. Besides,
that's true.
Like, Mega Hack.
We take Geode for granted, for
Exactly.
sure. We take this whole game and every mod that's been made for it for granted. Vanilla GD, fuck that.
Yeah, we take like the Demonlist like stat viewer thing and the comparison between top players thing for granted. It's just like, oh my god. Like you take a step back.
To be fair though, there's no way Rob expected it to. I mean, it's easy to say now, but maybe he did. But there's just no way he expected this to happen. So you can't really, I can't fault him too much.
Yeah, because like at what point, I think RobTop, weirdly enough, like he doesn't really adapt. Like he's very set in stone with like what he wants, and he doesn't change too much with what the community wants.
As far as the public perception is concerned, yeah.
Yeah, except the spider orb, which is really funny.
I liked that. I've used it sometimes.
That was pretty cool. Like someone created the spider orb in 2.1. He was like, "Great, I'm gonna add that for 2.2." It's like, oh, it was sick.
I do wonder. Like, there's always been so much discussion about whether or not Pointer Crate should become an officially integrated part of GD, like having a Demonlist button or a stats viewer button. And I think Rob will always be not completely against it, but always hesitant.
Yeah.
because
'Cause
of because of the individuality that he has over everything with the game. I think.
I think what happened was in 2.1, Rob was fine with like 360 hertz. I feel like 2.1, the clash and quotations between the Demon List and Rob Top was like pretty neutral. Like they kind of worked hand in hand with each other. But when 2.2 dropped, with him changing the physics of the game, with him changing the precision, it like split off that part where it feels like even now, I think like it's kind of crazy to think about how we're going to go into a future where rated plus exists, where it doesn't matter about Rob Top's decision. We could just place levels on a list, which is like
Yeah.
kind of stupid to think about. Like if you think of like really, really big grand scheme of things, we're waiting for the game devs approval to place something on a list.
Yeah, like if you want to be very pessimistic about it, it's like you didn't do your job and we're doing it for you. But again,
Yeah.
that job is subjective. Like as much as it sucks, like Rob can just see a level and just be like, "No, I don't want to rate that."
Yeah.
So
And, like,
it's
that's the
definitely
power.
an issue that's been created by itself.
Yeah. Especially with how like the power works with like if Drop Top doesn't rate a level, it doesn't go on the list, and because of how big the list is, it doesn't get as much recognition. Like, who the fuck would know what wobbling machine is?
Yeah, like
But like now it's on the list, and people know it's between Zodiac and Kinos. That's like one of the only reasons why people know about that level.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot to criticize Rob for, and like it's a very interesting conversation, especially because a lot of people, at least from what I can understand, I could be wrong, a lot of people just don't really know what's happening.
Yeah.
Like no one really, like a lot of people just don't really understand what's going on.
I think that's one of the other things is that with 2.2 and this like the game's gotten so much bigger that with these I'm gonna call new gens, right? These like super new gens. They don't understand like a lot of like the background stuff. Not even like even basic background stuff. Like when I beat TS2, there was obviously so many who were like, why is it not placed on the demon list? Like because it didn't get rated for so long, but like people don't understand that. There's so many things that I think a lot like now that like I really do wonder with how big the game is now, like how many of these people came from like post 2.2.
I wonder how people even hear about the game now. It must be like YouTube recommendations or something.
Well, like I think it's well. Here's the thing though: is that GD is like it's a weirdly popular game because like even before 2.2, people knew what GD was. I think like you would ask someone about it, I like, oh yeah, that mobile game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now with 2.2, like sure people know about like the mobile game, but like you do like the smallest bit of research on GD, and then it's like, oh, now there's like a whole PC thing. There's this whole list, and you look at a YouTube video, and it's like, oh, these are hard levels. Like it's really fast to get into like the community in terms of like the playing side.
Ooh, I have another
and
thing.
how levels work. Yeah, so.
Which is like it's a whole general issue, but it can apply to GD with because the chat's talking about like people still don't understand why flame wall is not placed, and it made me remember that like when it comes to algorithms kind of spoon feeding you just mindless stuff and just kind of robbing your brain of going out of your way to look stuff up and research stuff. I think it's very much evident of like what that can't be good for your brain.
Honestly, I forgot about the YouTube short side because that is probably
Because like that just why would you want to be spoon fed everything? And I feel like it's no different when and the flame wall not being placed is a great example of just people just not caring enough and not willing to even do 5 seconds of research because they just
it's not even
can't be
that.
bothered.
It's like, yeah, it's also the fact that like with like that like broader community, they don't give a fuck about what anyone thinks. Fuck, bro, they'll say Flame Wall's top one, even though it's like it's probably not
What,
at
like
all.
GD
Like obviously,
TikTok or something.
yeah, like GD TikTok, like the Dextro on Twitter saying the hardest level in the game, Flame Wall, even though
Is that
like,
what he said?
But yeah, Dextro's like, yeah, he died at 99 on the hardest level in the game. It's like, what are we talking about?
It's funny.
And it's like you forget that there's like hella people like in the background who put their time into it. Like obviously calling a top one's great, but you have to think about like, the other people who like have played the game and are like, dude.
Yeah, you can't really blame people on such
Yeah.
a not even it's above surface level knowledge of GD. Like, of course they're not going to know it goes this deep.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I guess they
that's the
probably
thing, though.
assume that like the hardest levels are an official integration in the game. Nope.
No, yeah,
That's only community driven.
Yeah, exactly. Like, obviously, like what I'm saying here is a lot of like, oh, I really wish blank blank, but obviously that's just how the world works. It's like, oh shit, well,
Yeah.
you know, these people who are posting these fat news stories, fucking Dextro, they just do it because, I mean, they'll post anything, bro. That's like.
I mean,
big.
they also probably said hardest level because it probably looks better.
Yeah.
Than just
Plus,
saying
it was
like.
also like said.
He died at 99 on one of the levels that might be top 3. No one fucking word
Yeah,
salad.
it's like a top 1 to
That's
3
not good
level. Like,
SEO.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, just say top. Just say not even top 1. Just the hardest level. Just sounds.
Yeah.
It's like the difference between number 1 and number 2. It's like, bro, saying the best is way better than saying the second.
That's another thing. Like, it's interesting how much it's shifted, at least from when I was playing in like 2017. And this could just be my individual perception of how it was back then, but I swear to God, nobody cares about, not nobody, but a substantially lower amount of people care about everyone that's in the top like 8, but the number 1 spot, all eyes are on that. Everyone else, no one cares. It's not like that. Like in black and white, it's not like that. But I remember long time ago in 2017, and I know it's because I was invested in playing, of course. I can't deny that. But I can remember, like, at least everyone in the top 5 was known enough and stuff like that. It's like, and that does ring true. Everyone knows Pop-Off. We know Trick. We know Nethermind. We know Thunder.
Well, some people might not know Nethermind or Thunder.
Yeah, I feel like those are more niche. And they're in the top 5. It's like,
yeah,
that's mind-blowing to me.
It's weird because it's kind of weird because, like, I feel like Trick is one of, if not, like, genuinely one of the most, like, robbed people in terms of, like, this game and, like, the sense of, like, obviously Slaughterhouse hacked when he verified Firework, which means no one really cared about Fireworks. It was number 2 compared to Slaughterhouse number 1. And he, like, went up the list. Space UK was still up there. You know, Trick was, I think, and then obviously I came into the playing field, and I don't know, I guess I just got lucky with my skill, because I really, like, the thing about it, if you think about skill-wise, in terms of, like, my perspective on it, I do not know how I'm good at this game. I don't understand, because there's people who've put 20 times the hours than me. No, that's hella cap, because I have 5K, but, like, people put, like, double the time, triple the time, and are still relatively not, like, close. Like, I don't get it. Like, sure, it's probably just genetics and shit, but
probably
obviously I came into the field, and then Trick was obviously just, like, 1 below me for, like, the rest of time. And, you know, with all that, and his verifications, like, what, after Firework, like, he just went on to, like, play some stuff. Like, people know Trick, but also the next issue was, like, he started getting, like, popular, and then he kind of got, like, a bad rep in the community.
Trick did?
I'd say, this is, like, kind of weird, but, like, I'd say, at least in, like, the playing side of the community, like, the Trick has, like, a worse than normal reputation. I wouldn't say, like, terrible, obviously, because, like, dude, he technically he didn't even do anything, bro. He's just
I've heard
He's
stuff
Trick
about
geometry.
him, but, like...
Yeah, but he has, like, I'd say, like, a lower than normal reputation in the community. So...
Can you bring me up to speed? I don't remember what it was about.
Well, I think some of the stuff is, like... I think his, like, gambling stuff, that's getting
I was
quite a
thinking
bad
about
rap.
that. I did not look into that. I just remember something really funny that I observed. And, like, everyone in this space is, like, 18, 17. So, of course, it's like, when someone like Doggy goes just up to the moon, and he's making so much money, and, like, the streams get thousands of viewers, of course people like Trick want to be a part of it. Like, it's more fun to be part of the party. On the other hand, it is a funny observation when Doggy's streaming and to have other people in that space just showing up to the chat being like, hey, can we like while he's trying to stream.
The
it's
other
like,
stuff,
dude, just leave him alone for a second. Like,
no, the other stuff that this is more like funny. I don't see this like a bad thing, but this might be counted as bad rep. Was like sometimes when Doggy was streaming Grief, Trick would just hop on stream and just like watch Doggy play Grief on stream.
Oh yeah, and I always viewed that as like he totally wants a piece of the pie. Like it's so obvious, right?
Yeah.
Like, and there's nothing even wrong with that. Really, like, yeah, it's it's obvious.
But I think that's what gives him like a worse than average rep is these things that aren't inherently bad, but like they kind of like add up a little bit.
It just makes him look like he's grifting. But
here's the thing though, is like he's definitely changed over the past like I'd say a few months. I don't like obviously I'm trying to like remember like the first time all this stuff happened, but like definitely in the past few months, with him. I think he still plays the game a little bit, but like he's definitely like lowered. He doesn't care as much. He's definitely changed I'd say for the better in terms of like all this like quotations like gambling, trying to just do it for the money type only. He's definitely gotten a lot better with all of that, and I can 100% like respect it. So, but the issue is people only remember the bad things. So he'll basically just go on to be known as like top player gambler.
I mean, this stuff is still like fairly niche. Like I wasn't even aware of the gambling stuff until there was a video. It was like I forgot who uploaded it, and I read the comments, and people were mentioning Trick having a gambling problem, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I think the thing about it though is like from where I'm speaking, it's definitely more niche because in the outside community, obviously.
I mean, like you're in the circles, like off stream, off camera. Just like completely disconnected from
I think
public perceptions of everybody.
Yeah. The other thing is that everyone acts different off stream. Kinda.
It depends.
Yeah. Well, I'd say there's a lot of people who have like a streaming personality. I'd say Trick is 100% like one of those. Like when he's on stream, especially like back then when he was doing all that like streaming, Doggy streaming, like that was basically like a persona. I'll be honest. That was low key just him for the love of the games. He, finding it funny, him just having a good time. Like that's not truly who he is. I feel like.
I mean, you have to uphold a little bit of an uplifting personality, especially trying to be entertaining. I feel like on the other hand, though, if you can maintain that while being just completely authentic, kind of a blessing, because you will get. There's two options really. You will either get completely burnt out and you just can't do the fake persona anymore, or it just kind of morphs into your actual persona, and then it just becomes you.
This could be so wrong, but I kind of see that in Vortrox. Like this is like that just it kind of like okay, but it's not even the fact. It's just like he's been doing it for so long. There's just a good chance that his personality. Obviously, I don't know him well off stream. I don't know him too well.
Yeah, this is just a random claim. Doesn't hold any weight.
Yeah, I feel like
I see what you mean.
Yeah, but like I doubt. I mean, I doubt he's like that super hyper intensive like off stream.
I mean, he's just sucked into a content farm, right? That's he's still a person. He's just really busy with whatever he's doing.
Yeah, it's also it's basically his job. Like that's the crazy part.
Oh yeah, he's managed to turn it into like a whole thing where it has evolved past whatever strong suit he had tied to GD itself, and now the strong suit is just him, which I think everyone should strive for that.
Yeah,
because it's
like
difficult.
The King Sam a lot effect.
It's so hard, and I see a lot of that in me, especially now in the community, because my presence is just kind of my personality. I don't really make GD videos much. Whatever non-GD stuff.
Because that's like the thing about me is like obviously I've tried, like obviously I do want that to like happen with me where like I don't want to be like sure I can be known as like top GD player, it's pretty cool, but like I want to be known kind of like as Tens, Tens from Valorant.
I don't.
Okay, so he was like this like I think he's known as like one of the best players in the world.
Though.
Like he was super. Yeah, TNN.
Yeah.
It was TN or TENZ, I think.
Okay, Tens. Okay.
Yeah, and he was I think widely considered like the best player at one point, and he was I don't know how, but he was able to kind of like he still plays Valorant. I think that's like his main thing. But he's more known as like the good but like really good content. It's like a doggy thing, but in terms of like Valorant and like at a bigger scale. Because Tens has gotten like to like these like events like outside of the game, you know, hung out with like these bigger content creators, like not even for the point of Valorant, just for the point of like gaming in general. And that's kind of what I would love to see myself do, is kind of get out of the niche of like, oh, you're just like, you're the number one player, so that's why people know you. Which is like, obviously that's fair enough to say, because I'd say that's definitely true for now. I just hope that that isn't the case later. That's also one of the reasons why, like, I think earlier I was talking about like the stress and stuff, is that like I don't want to lose like number one because of that fear that, oh, I'll just be forgotten.
Right. Makes sense. I had that fear for a little bit, especially when I like was leaving GD content wise, because it's like every move I would make at that point is a risk, because I built this whole thing from this niche, which is GD, and then I'm gonna go and upload like a Mario 64 video. That's a complete just shot in the dark right there.
Yeah.
And I think I just got lucky.
Yeah,
you definitely have a good window for it, because you know who I was thinking of when you were talking about that? I was thinking of Riot a lot. And Riot is, of course, iconic. I do think Bloodbath definitely played a part in him just being popular because he's good. Because, like, I mean, granted, he doesn't, like, stream too much and he doesn't advertise it. So, like, of course, no one's going to really know. But sometimes he does Twitch streams and, like, nobody really cares. And that's just the reality. You know, he's just streaming like BO3 Zombies or Borderlands 4. Whatever it is. It's like, and that was also over 10 years ago now. So it's like, I think if you play your cards right in the amount of time that you get really known for being good, I think you can make something work.
Yeah. That's
nSwish
like,
is good with that.
I think the weird thing about it is, obviously, I'm only 17, so from my perspective, everything feels like a life or death thing. Obviously, fucking like 5 years from now, I genuinely don't really see this YouTube thing, you know, being like my whole fucking job and shit. I just like it'd be fun. It sounds like a cool thing. I just don't have that much of expectation. Like that seems like a crazy goal. That's like outside of my reach. But you know. Like, let's say 3 years from now, you know, I'm like in college still, but like that being my job, you know, for YouTube, that's where my money comes from. Now that is what I'm more looking forward to, because that would be very cool. Like, imagine I'm like 20, going to these events with like other content creators, creating my own content and shit. I'm sure it could still be based off GD, but in a better sense.
Luckily, GD isn't so far away from other games that you could play too, you know? Like with Trick playing Mario Bros, for example.
Oh yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
That's a good example. Just playing whatever, you know. They're all like close enough to each other. And I know for a fact people in those communities know who you are. People in the Mario 64 community definitely know. People in the Mario 1 community definitely. Yeah, Osu. That's probably the closest thing to GD.
Yeah, I'd say
like,
those communities, and
they
also
all know.
like it's kind of funny because like everyone knows MREC.
It does help to have a weird name, like
Zoink.
Zoink.
I mean, you think this name is? I don't know.
Well, no, it's just something so like no. I haven't. I don't know anyone else with a name like that.
Yeah, like I've become so synonymous to the name, it doesn't really sound weird to me, obviously. But
well, that's good because like no one's ever gonna make you think of someone else. No one's ever gonna think of anyone else. It's kind of a good thing. See, me on the other hand, we fucked up because we thought it was funny to name myself a color. So whatever.
Wait. So
I mean, I own it because what am I gonna do? Change it?
Yeah, bro. You gotta work with it. You gotta work with the cards that you're dealt with.
Yeah, and it was my own cards that I picked.
Yeah.
I could always change my. I thought about doing it like 5 years ago. I wonder what that would have been like.
Yeah. I do wonder like how much different it would be if I just picked a different name. Like, you know, like I wonder what the butterfly effect would be, if there'd be one.
Depends on the name.
Yeah.
Zoink is also one syllable. It's very easy to say.
That-
Mine's one syllable.
It's like zonk, zonk, literally zonk.
Yeah, I see
That's
people say
got to
that
be
a
something,
lot.
bro. Fucking zonk, bro.
It's,
That.
it's literally just
so-
the modern version of people going into Sonix's chat and saying like Sunnis.
Yeah.
Like there's always something like that of just people fucking around in chats. Because I used to do that before I knew Sonix. I used to just go into his chat and spam bullshit. Yeah, Sun Eggs is another one.
Sun eggs.
Okay, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
Zoink is technically 2 if like because of the K, but it's like Zoink. So it's
Yeah,
basically
but like you
one.
say it fast and it feels one.
Like
It's like saying
Zoink
can't. It's like saying can't.
can't.
Can't
Yeah.
is one. Can't with a T.
It is subjectively one syllable.
Yeah, no. I mean,
No one's allowed to say anything about that. You get banned from the channel if you do.
Word.
Okay, we've been going for
Yeah.
about 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's probably
Almost at
time
8
to,
p.m.
time to wrap
It's
it up.
it's time to wrap it up.
Hopefully next
got
time
no
you
one
can
else
name
to-
some more ships.
Yeah, no, you, bro.
Because that was a weak effort.
Yeah, bro, I don't know.
You know
any
what?
shit.
Actually, I'm disappointed.
It's okay. I'm disappointed in you, Fuzzy.
All right, you're not allowed to go there.
I'm sorry, pal.
We all know what you are.
I guess. I mean, you keep DMing me, and I mean, at this point,
Half the DMs are I know what you are.
yeah, like actually, let me. I know.
No,
what
no,
you
no.
are.
Hold on.
Wait, no results.
Oh, there's one.
Oh, this is the group chat. This is the group chat. Oh.
There's only one, and it was in August.
What if I just search up what you are? Oh, there's 3 actually.
Wait, let me see.
Oh, because you said I know and we know.
We know. No, it was wanting to do the podcast tonight, XD, and then it was like 3 hours later. I just said we know what you are.
Yeah, I do wonder if like the whole like furry thing, because obviously like I don't care. That's low-key who I am. I couldn't give a fuck. But I do wonder how that'll affect me later down.
I viewed the pipeline because it always starts
Okay.
as like it and like yeah it always starts as
No,
like a curious thing and it's like
No, but I don't care about the pipeline thing. I care about like if it's a positive thing in terms of reputation. Because
if people
look,
are concerned about that, that's not your problem.
yeah, no, because like I mean, it's just like I think about because like I think when I was like I'm not like last year. I think when I was more open about myself, I think there were some people I don't recall where or basically when, but they were like, I'm so glad the top 1 player is in quotations woke furry compared to like, you know, some other stuff.
Well,
You know
just
what I
like yeah,
Like
yeah.
in terms of like who I represent, like if I represent the top player community in a sense and I'm this, then that would be better in quotations. Because obviously depends what your ideologies are, how you think about it all. But you know what I mean.
I mean, you're not. What does it matter? Doesn't matter.
I just wonder about it, you know, like
It does
I wonder
suck
if
that there's people that would literally kill you for that, but
yeah, I was about to say, I was like, I wonder what will happen to me IRL. What if I'm gonna
think
get
anything-
followed home one of these days,
take an Uber.
bruh?
What if the people in the Uber know who I am and
Yeah.
hate me?
No, that's
That's
some
extreme
schizophrenic.
paranoia.
Yeah, that's some dream paranoia, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he has. There's good reasons to not like him.
No, but like
I know
dream,
it's just a good example.
Yeah, like I don't. The thing is, like, I kind of know my reputation is the community, but I'm also like super biased because it's literally myself, so I can't really.
Yeah, it's hard to
Like,
see
pull
like a
this out.
third person perspective. I
And
don't know
also
what
the
mine
fact
is. I have
that-
no idea.
Yeah, because the issue is that obviously I hang around people who, you know, just see me as me. They don't really care. You know, they like me. They don't hate me, right?
Well, yeah,
I
that,
never see the other side of these like group chats in quotations. This is gonna be like schizophrenic, like these group chats who like actively go out to dislike me, which obviously probably doesn't that probably doesn't happen. You never know though, but I do wish.
I feel like there's nobody in the community who would have a logically good reason to like seriously hate you. Like disliking
Fuzzy.
whatever, that's fine. But like
yeah,
I'm that's why I said logical, because it's like
Yeah,
I
I
hate
didn't
you
do
because
anything.
you're a fuzzy. Like nobody. That's not doesn't mean
Like you can technically hate on me because I was edgy when I was 13. Like fair enough.
Yeah, yeah. And someone was like, "Can you post the Acheron changelog?" And you were like, "No." And then I was like, "Fuck this guy."
The change. You mean the raw footage?
No, I remember when you beat like a different version of Acheron. This was so long ago.
Oh, but Acheron buffed. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. It was that. And someone was like, "Can you post the changelog?" And you just were like, "Nah." And I remember seeing that, just be like, "What a fucking bitch."
I know. I was low key a bum. I'll be honest, bro. I was thinking I was actually the guy, bro. I was like I'm him.
But I mean, like
I'm
you grow and
nonchalant.
change, so it's like,
Yeah, yeah. Like I think one of the craziest things that like I think it's definitely been talked about, but some people definitely glance over because people just know me as me now, and then they see some stuff about me back then. Is that like after like the Space UK hacking thing, I like genuinely went through a reform of like my entire personality and like how I like acted. It was like kind of crazy. It was like a full like I just had like a big ass realization moment at like 2 a.m. in my bed. I was like, fuck. I'm 15, 14, and I'm acting like this online to some people. Like I don't know what happened, but like genuinely, probably like his hacking scandal genuinely changed the way I act in like a really good way, which is really funny to think about. Because if you
yeah.
go back on my community post, there's like a thing from back then. It was like I made like a whole apology tweet. I made.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it was like it wasn't even like an apology thing. I was just like, I'm sorry to the people who like. I'm trying to get like a clean start in a nutshell because I was like, I need to like.
Well, that shows
basically-
humility, which is a great thing that, I think everyone, especially in top play, would need. The ability to have empathy and a willingness to change is better than what a lot of the top players from when I was playing the game had. Because we were all just like 15, 14, and we were shitters. And
Yeah.
when I see people like, I'm not saying Pop-Up's, I'm not saying he's a shitter. Of course he's done stupid shit because he's young, like the N-word stuff. But he's a good example of somebody that I see, and I see the behavior, and I just think, he'll be fine later. And usually, most of the time, yeah. The people grow up.
Yeah, like right now, like with his like TS2 stuff, like he keeps speaking like it's. I was talking to like some other people like literally like earlier today. I think he really cares about the fact that he wants people to see him as like, like oh I beat the hardest levels on the hardest way possible, all that stuff, and it's like oh fair enough, you want your recognition, but I feel like you. Yeah, but I think you already got your recognition. I don't know, like, what he's trying to, like, get out more from it. But that's, like, a young thing, like, I was doing the same shit when I was 14. That's why I beat Acheron.
Yeah, young and competitive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very competitive. He wants to push stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, he has
sense,
the drive. It's the drive. It's, like, obviously, since I'm, like, older and I feel like I'm more mature now. Sure, I act hella immature. Let's be
Definitely
honest.
better than that episode 36 episodes ago.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely changed.
Yeah.
That was interesting, but I mean, it's more just when times come where I need to be like way more serious, and times where like, I can switch off that like content personality in quotations.
Well, that just means you're a real person, which is
I'm not
something
AI.
that everyone should try to be. But unfortunately, there's assholes in every walk of life, including the niches of GD. The player base,
that's like the world
creators.
That's the world of it, and that's like the issue is that's like the reality. So whenever I do my complaining, because I'm a complainer, I complain about a lot of things, especially when I'm playing the game. Oh my god! But as soon as I start complaining about like the niche side of the community, that's like all about rage bait and comparing and contrasting. Anytime I complain about them, they're just like, "Oh, but like, dude, that's just how the world is." And it's like fair. Like, what can I respond with? You know what I mean?
That attitude, it is.
Yeah.
Like this isn't even. This is like an enclosed example. Like the GD community could be better if somebody with a lot of respect and authority came out and tried to push a movement. But the hardest thing to do is to get people to care.
And also the fact that it's all online and everyone's anonymous because that's just how the internet. That's
and there's
like genuinely
a ton of
the
children that
don't
understand, don't care, and don't understand like a civil environment in a game like this, because to them it's just like what I'm playing on the bus home, or like on the weekend, or after I do my homework.
Like they don't know what it really means, because I think when Space UK hacked and the whole hack channel, like the Pesta's like big rants about it, like that shit's like that was very inspirational. That was also one of the things that helped me like realize like fuck, you know. But with him being like super emotional about the game, like him saying those words about like, bro, you will never, like, you won't get it, but you have to understand that you won't get it, but it matters to someone else. Therefore, you shouldn't like just make fun of it and just, you know, basically disrespect it. Like if it means something to someone else, then why just be a dickhead about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That can go for way more than just GD though.
The thing that sucks though is like, I'm glad there's people like us. I mean, I'm an adult, you're not, but I'm glad that there's people who are much older than the average community member now, because we come from just several generations ago. Like me and Nepesta come from the same generation.
Yeah.
For example, like me and Tech, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And like, I think having us here is good because we have this more matured viewpoint on the community and just, you know, societally. And what sucks is that, but like we're not surprised about it because it's like obviously you're never going to be able to get a group of thousands of teenagers to have critical thinking skills on the level of us.
Yeah, no.
It's not going to happen. They are just different. They're younger and
it just
they're
gets
still
worse.
learning stuff and they don't
But,
care. Like they'll play a level and just be like, this fucking sucks, because they're not going to critically think about it. This is just the content after school.
I think like the life about it is like nowadays in our like 2025 is like rage bait. You know,
society in general,
normalized like asshole behavior is kind of crazy to think about. Like normalize just being a dickhead to someone and being like, oh, it's just rage bait. Though why are you falling for it?
There's definitely a difference between trolling and just like actually being a dick.
Yeah, but they cross a lot of paths, especially
for sure.
Yeah, but the issue is like it's like they slowly but surely like turn into one. Like I think
what happened to harmless trolling?
Yeah, none of this like
what the fuck happened to
like
the I know what you are thing is a perfect example.
Yeah, but the thing is that like that's harmless compared to like this other shit where it's just like all this like now with like the rage bait stuff. It's like it's not even harmless because now you're just affecting someone's mental for like the rest of the time. It's like what are you doing?
I mean, this is like with any figure of speech. Time and place, context matters.
Yeah.
And if anyone tries to tell you it doesn't, no.
Yeah, everything matters at a certain... something matters at a certain time. It may not matter in the future, but...
Yeah, I just wonder... I see that in so many people that become top players. And you know what affects it a lot? More than anything. What? And what I see from some top players where I'm like, is the influences they surround themselves with. Like,
I think Popov's like the greatest example of this. Like, or like at least in the current time.
I mean, he's young, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean though. Is but like
I've seen examples, and he's a good example too. Of I've seen himself surrounding himself. I'm not going to name names, but with like really poor examples, and it just and it makes him develop certain social aspects that would make you unlikable. In this case, in this context, it would be the racist remarks and the N-word. And of course, Popov is not racist. He's just being an edgy teenager. But it is a good thing to think about because it's like not everyone that's that young and is that good at the game acts like that. And it is fully a conclusion of who you surround yourself with and how you act and how you want to portray yourself.
Because I think
it's all that.
Yeah, because I think the best part about GD, like, so obviously I was a part of like basically the same thing. I was 13, 14.
Yeah, and that's natural. Like, I don't want to seem like I'm on a pedestal because I'm not. And I can tell you, I was just as cancerous. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah. You can only imagine, but like. When I was 13, 14, I surrounded myself with like a friend group that was like it was like I don't like nowadays, okay, so like I still talk to them, and they're all like a lot better now, like a lot better. Like they evolve and matured, but like back then we were all,
Yeah.
I would say they're very racist. I would say, you know, just like anti-Semitic, all this shit, all this terrible stuff. And I surrounded myself.
It's
and
impossible to have conversations with people
Yeah.
like that, and it just gets so tiring. It's like I don't even want to talk to you.
But
We
like that,
we
you
can't
yeah.
talk.
And then it's like people in that group just kind of build up upon each other, and it gets worse and worse. But thankfully, you know, like the friend group I'm talking about, they're all doing a lot better now because you know they're all like 19, 20, you know. But yeah, back then we were all just like, yeah. But I think now, because I do surround myself with some people in real life that I would say, yeah, like I'd say like racist. You know, obviously they don't mean it. They're not actually racist, but you know, I do surround myself with some people that I would definitely say, you know, they make some pretty edgy jokes. But the best part about GD for me is that since I surround myself with such like a very open online circle, thankfully, I surround myself with a lot of people that are more like me in the sense of they act the way they are, but in like a
They're
if
not
you're
trying to
clearly
gain
doing
anything.
yeah if you're clearly doing something wrong, they'll tell you. And
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best things because, like, with my IRLs kind of being like this, I stray away from that side of their personality coming onto me. Because, like, in a sense, I'm not PR trained, but you know, I got a little bit of resistance behind that influencing me.
I mean, high school is also just the era of that for a lot of people. It's just like,
And
especially when I was growing up. I say that like I'm 50. I'm not.
Yeah, no.
Like
but,
when I
it's
was in
also,
high
like,
school, it was like, yeah.
And the thing about it is, like, right now, like, for me, because obviously I'm 17, the viewers watching, maybe they're also, like, around this age as well. It's like, right now, if you keep surrounding yourself with, like, these specific people and in this, like, hive mind, like, you will genuinely be insufferable in the future, and there's a possibility that will just affect the rest of your life. Because right now is, like, such an important time for you to figure out, like,
It
a way
does screw
to...
with your brain and
Yeah.
makes you
'Cause
think that specific ways of acting are social norms when they're not.
Yeah. But like, I mean, obviously the internet has a lot to do with it. You know, like all these TikTokers being super like obnoxious just to get views. It's like, oh well.
Yeah, well, that's
they're
just
doing
you know.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, if you're finding someone who's like imagine this like 5 years from now, you're just finding someone who's like 24 and they're just acting like a shitter. It's like, what are you doing, bro? Like that shit's like when you were supposed to be like 14. And
I think
still
that's
acting
why I
like
love
an
the
edgy...
podcast so much. It's because I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not. And like I
Yeah,
don't care about the attention it gets. Like in terms of like, we can just talk.
Yeah.
There's no
I think
editing.
one of the good...
There's nothing.
I think the issue that happened with like the interview with Ben Carr is like with the structured questions, especially because I literally was gonna meet up with like the TCD people like literally a week after it happened. You know, I think the problem with that is I just didn't have enough to like I didn't have enough perspective on them to like say what I wanted, like what I was thinking. That's why I'm saying like now, you know, with like what I've said about like Trick and stuff, like that's just true. Like I think he's because it's crazy to think about that. Like everyone, you know, you see Pop Off and it's like, oh, he's just like an edgy 14-year-old, but like a 15-year-old, but like outside of the game, completely outside of the game, he's probably just like a nice, chill dude, bro.
Yeah, he's just
You
some
know?
high schooler. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a high schooler.
He probably
hanging with
plays
some
sports.
friends.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like outside the game, but as soon as you like go back on the game, it's like, oh, everything like your whole like personality is like people think of it as like a life or death scenario.
Yeah, I get you. The unfiltered conversations are kind of good. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they're good. People
Yeah.
watch them for a reason.
Yeah.
I just
I think
this because it literally doesn't matter what we talk about. And
Podcast
I
yeah.
honestly like talking to people about non-GD things more because I'm older.
That's the thing. The interview stuff, it's like structured questions. Like, yeah, it's like an interview. That's like the whole point. Podcast is like you just start off and you just ramble, and then you get to his topic, and you ramble until you get to a different topic.
Like, dude, like, I'd love to see Secret Way GD ask Eric Van Wilderman about where he was on September 11th, 2001.
Bro.
I'd love to see him do that. He would
funny.
not fucking... I know it's two people. They would not fucking do that.
Yeah. But like like especially like if they were to interview like Eric Van Wilderman, like I wish they would talk
That'd be
about
cool.
like his more. Like I wish they would talk more about his personal life in a sense of obviously like not like doxing him, but like
Yeah.
how does your like life look now? That how much like does GD like the income behind it does it really affect you that much considering you're like a working like an actual job? You know what I mean? Like those type.
We
of
had a
questions.
really good talk about just Korean culture in general and how much different it is from the West.
Oh my god, bro!
And
Yeah,
that
I've
was
seen some shit
a great conversation.
Dude, it's kind of crazy how like different the culture is on the like China,
Yeah.
Korea. Like
He
it
was he
is.
talked about a lot. He talked a lot about like the social norms of Korea as well and how it's very worker centric. It's kind of like
Yeah.
it's similar to this is like an extreme comparison. It reminds me of like the Japanese salaryman, like someone who's just an absolute workaholic. And it reminds me
Yeah.
about that conversation. And it has been a while since that conversation, so I don't remember it great. But you can just go listen to it. Like,
Yeah, no, I mean that's pretty like yeah, that's the thing is like Korea and stuff. Like, I would love to travel to those places. Just like literally flip
yeah.
my entire brain of like what I've always been kind of like grown up to see as like tradition, completely changed. Like, just have a whole different outlook on it all because I feel like I need that in my life at least once. See how the world really is from every like perspective, especially over there. Because
I had a
like
friend
those,
who went to Seoul one time, and he came back and was like, "Yeah, America sucks." He was like, "It's a
yeah,
shithole. I hate it here."
that's the crazy thing is like I've heard like people do that too. It's like wow, like they say it's like oh my god, Korea, China, like all the places
Yeah.
sold like they're so much better.
You do have to consider
But
the perspective of the tourist being different from the citizen too.
yeah, that's the other thing.
Like,
Uh,
yeah, it's
Yeah,
much
I wonder.
different, especially
Yeah,
when I went to the UK. Walking around London, being a tourist is much
Yeah.
different from living in London.
yeah, no,
You don't
100,000%.
experience really any of it.
Yeah, because you just went to the things that are like, oh my god, look, this is the best way to represent my country.
Yeah.
It's just not.
And
Like,
I
what anyone
and
does.
and I know people live there like they don't they're so used to it. It's like with anything where I live, it's new to them but
Yeah.
not to me, and so I've grown old to it.
Exactly. Like once, I mean, living in a place long enough. Like but if like a tourist came to Kansas, bro, I'd be
You
like,
could go
what are you
meet
doing?
Vsauce because he lives there. He probably lives in LA
Actu-
now. I know
Yeah,
he's from
but I don't-
Kansas.
Yeah, I think he. Fuck, I used to know it. Like where you I don't know. I knew something about him somewhere. I I I don't know if he went to the. I don't know. It's okay, but yeah,
Well,
no,
the
I
same
mean,
school. I bet you could find it.
no, not same school. Definitely not same school. I feel like I would really know if it was the same school.
They'd have
Like,
pictures of him everywhere. I mean, kids
it'd
don't
be
want to
like-
learn
like-
shit nowadays.
yeah, but low key like Vsauce, W learning because you like like no, but like now there's like the AI shit. Oh my god.
Being a high schooler sounds so much different now because it's just
It's-
the humor. I'm getting older. I don't understand a lot of it now. Like, I
Yeah.
get the 6-7 thing because somebody told me because I was like, dude, what the fuck does this mean?
Nah, but the thing is like obviously I'm a part of it. I understand like most of it. Still some things, but like
It's just rot humor, right?
yeah, it's mostly rot. But
Yeah.
like the craziest thing to think about is like the AI stuff because like especially once I reach college, like
Yeah.
2026 AI is gonna be like super stupid compared to 2025. Like in
This
terms
has
of,
already
like-
been a ridiculous year.
yeah. I mean
by,
now we
by
have Sora
so many
2.
margins.
Sora 2 dropped. I don't know if you've seen some shit from that, but like it's stupid how good like genuinely it looks.
I saw
But
some
it's
of
also
it. It's just scary. Like,
It's scary because of like the concepts of like in 2 years we went from a chatbot to generating videos. Imagine
Yeah.
another 2 years.
we laughed in 2023 when it was so bad.
But now it started.
Remember
to
the
look
Will
genuine.
Smith eating spaghetti?
That is a classic.
Yeah, we laughed that.
Yeah, but now it's we're getting to a future where
I also don't really like how bad it is for the environment either.
yeah, no, I was about to talk about that. Like I'm pretty sure Sora 2 uses more power than like New York and another city combined. Like it's stupid.
I just hope Meta and all these companies don't get the idea to start going into the ocean to do that.
Yeah,
Because it's
I
like
hope that
entire towns reform against a big ass corporation like Meta, Facebook, wanting to come into a town and put a data center there. Because it's like, if you've read articles about this, there are real world cases of where Meta will come in, and Meta's just an example, maybe it wasn't them, of a corporation, a company coming in, putting a big ass data center in the middle of a town close to a water source, and then people that live in that town, like their electricity doesn't work half the time, their water's fucked up, all because of this stupid fucking AI bullshit that doesn't
Actually,
really benefit anything in society in the way that they're using it. Like for image generation and video generation.
I don't like the weird thing about the video generation and the image generation. Genuinely, how does that really help?
It's just it's just the complete devoid of creativity and the joyous wonder of the process of creating anything. The joy that comes from that is completely eliminated, and the human aspect that does come with real art made by real people is just evaporated by AI.
You know what it kind of feels like? It kind of feels like for an let's say you play basketball, right? And you hit like a crazy hit. It's like, oh my god, bro, you hit a crazy shot. You feel really happy. And the way AI feels like to that is like you just start taking drugs to feel like the same type of high, With especially AI, where you just you skip the art process because it's like, oh, would you look at that? I have this really we'll say cool image, even though it's probably not. I have this really cool visual thing that I'm looking at, which took me no time. It's like a shortcut, but in weird ways.
I just wonder where it's gonna go. There's a ton of theories, and there's a friend of mine who has a really interesting theory. I'm not even gonna paraphrase it, but I do wonder if it's gonna implode on itself like the .com bubble, and then it just becomes less and less profitable when it comes to language models and video media generation.
Because the thing is, I wonder if in the future the image and video thing kind of falls out, but more the language models and it, because it's now we're kind of getting to a point where you start thinking the sci-fi stuff, and it's that doesn't really seem like sci-fi in terms of a computer that can start thinking of figuring out how to do equations that humans can.
Now there's fake body cam footage that anyone with a computer can just make, and and a ton of people. I think the worst thing by far is that people just don't care because it's funny. And I'll admit, I have totally used AI to make Grok, fucking around. Of course I've done that before. And I'm not helping the issue by doing that. I'm completely guilty in that regard. But I think it's so funny to have the argument of you're only getting short-term gratification from something that in turn is destroying the world.
I think people are just too scared.
I know people don't care, and I know why that. I know that's why, and it's the fact that what are we gonna do? A mass reformation? I don't think that's
the government needs to set more than just regulations, because if the government sets regulations, there's still going to be the fucking, in quotations, dark web of terms of AI usage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and mass surveillance is only getting worse, and the economy is getting worse.
No, because we're reaching a point where video proof might not be enough in the future because of how AI works. You could just be oh,
what are you gonna do? Show EXIF data on every picture you've ever taken? That's not even gonna be enough either, because you can just fake that. I bet you can. Yeah. I bet you can fabricate that.
Let's use AI what do we even to fake a completion on Geometry Dash.
I mean, okay. There's some things that'll never change. Yeah, I bet there's someone crazy enough out there to make a whole local AI machine that could literally fabricate raw footage.
I think one of the worst things is the guy who created the robot in real life that could press down the button to beat levels.
That was cool.
You know what would be crazy if he just didn't show the robot part and just pretended he was playing the levels? and beat that and submitted that.
Yeah, and have it alternate through like 10 different macros, so it looks different almost every time.
Yeah, you know how crazy like that reality is, where that
you
guy
could
was
just
like,
do that, and no one would know.
Mm-hmm.
You could use face cam. It doesn't matter what like is down there.
Yeah, and then you have to force hand cam, and it's like, bro.
Yeah.
Then you use AI.
All it would take is one guy with bad intentions to do that and take it far enough to force something like that. That's all it would take.
Yeah, but we kind of need that, but like the general scope of things. Like, we need one person to just do like a terrible thing with AI to the point where it's like the entire world realizes like, fuck. Yeah.
And it's like, every rule that's in place, especially on something like the Demonlist, is in place because of someone else who ruined it for everyone. Not every rule, of course. But like the very weird niche rules where any average person would read it and be like, what? Why would that? Oh, it's because this guy 4 years ago. You know?
Yeah, but it's like even like the funny thing of like you can't use a wave pulse size that's bigger than the game. That's like normal, but you can use a smaller wave pulse size. Like I'm very curious to why you can't.
I could only imagine why that is in place. Could not tell you at all.
Yeah. There's that's the thing, is like, especially like the AI stuff is super scary. I feel like most people are just too scared to realize the reality of it, so they just go do their short term, like, oh, look at this funny video of AI being stupid. But give it a year, there might not be no more videos of AI being stupid.
I do think another thing that also needs to be greatly considered is the simple fact that not all AI is bad. And AI is a pretty broad term, especially now because it's thrown around so much. There's a lot of AI that is different from the AI that we're talking about. We're talking about image generation, video generation, and the infinite regurgitation of material that those data centers need to end up creating all this fucking sludge that's all over the internet. We're not talking about legitimate AI that has been around forever, like AI in video games, pathfinding. Like, just watch Code
neural
Bullet.
Networks. Yeah,
I hate saying that. I hate I hate having a fallacy in what I'm talking about by saying just go watch this. But I at this time that I'm saying it, I'm literally not knowledgeable enough, but I know what I'm talking about has merit to it. You just need to look it up.
Like, I've watched like a Trackmania video of this guy using AI to like see like if AI can figure out like the best tracking. Like, that's good AI. Like, that's not like harming anyone, I feel like, unless like you obviously have bad intentions with it, because obviously you only need one person. But no, and
I'm sure AI is greatly used in like medical fields too.
Yeah, no. Like, even like before ChatGPT, there was AI. Like, I think that's what a lot of people need to realize, is that like AI existed before ChatGPT. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's like AI is not just image generation and language models. It's no. There's so much more.
There's more to it.
Like, have you ever played a GTA game and seen the traffic and the NPCs? Like, yes, they're pathfinding, but I guarantee there is some AI in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's literally pathfinding artificial intelligence to make the traffic work. No,
literally. Like, there's like small AIs like that, and then like, I just hope we need a regulation. Like, how are these like?
It might be too late.
No, because I think it's
the government's already neck deep.
I think the issue, like, the government's using AI. You know how stupid that is?
Yeah. You ever see those cameras? Well, I don't know if you drive.
I do.
You ever see those cameras around, the black pole with that tiny black camera with the solar panel on it? You ever see one of those? You know what those are?
Probably have.
Those are those stupid fucking AI things that track the license plates of every car that goes through wherever they're placed, and it's compiled into a massive surveillance database, and its intention is in order to catch criminals, which would be fine, but when is the last time any reasonable person has trusted the government with anything really.
I think the issue is that like with how government works, it's like this is okay. We're about. I don't know if this is political, but like obviously government is stuff. But like with how like I'm gonna say how old they are, especially like doesn't matter what side, bro. They're old, bro. Those people who are like up there at the top, bro. They're like probably in their 40s or 50s. They lived in a generation nearly when the internet was just beginning, and now we're getting to a point of mass like innovation that, dude, I don't know if they see the repercussions. Let alone,
I just think
I
they
don't
don't
think they care.
literally. I just think they don't understand modernity.
Yeah,
I really think it's that. There's not everyone in the power. Most people in power in the West are just so old.
exactly.
They have to have people testifying in congressional hearings, just showing them how to like read their emails on their iPhone.
Yeah, and because it's like it's also the fact that like as humans we're trying to like grow to be like not lazy per se, but just automated stuff. Like especially like the chatbot stuff that is in terms of just like in like a smaller context, because obviously there's like worse things, but like doing schoolwork for you so you don't have to like do it. All this like critical thinking skills that could be used. Like obviously, bro, I've used ChatGPT for like fucking ELA, bro. Like of course I have, because
that's really what
it's
it's used for most of the time, right? Like statistically, doesn't it just spike during exam season and then just goes back?
Yeah, I haven't used it. Like I haven't cheated with AI. Like I haven't done that. I've just like used it to help me like think of more of like I've used it in a more like beneficial way where I'm still thinking about like what I'm doing.
Yeah. I try to use, if I do have to use it, I try to use it in a way that doesn't rob me of my ability to critically think.
Yeah.
And there's going to be people listening that don't understand that. And they're like, well, what do you mean? It's easy. But it's like, yeah, but think about what that would do to a whole population of people over a long time.
Especially like
That's just going to make everyone lazy and way dumber.
Yeah. No, because I think the only time I can recall like using it as genuinely like to just remove the critical thinking skills was
it's good for. There are things it's good for. Let's not.
Yeah, but like I had to create this like presentation script, and I needed to double the word length, and I just straight up was like, I have no time. I need to just like fucking use it. Like it was actually like such a sad moment. Like I could feel my morality get hit, but I was like, fuck it. Like I just like I literally need to do this or else it's over.
It's definitely good for stuff like that. Inspiration. I can understand why people use it. Like for example, give me video ideas on whatever. A lot of the things it will spit out are just like ones that like nobody cares about or is done a million times, but sometimes it gives you something.
And sometimes it can also like give you something that's like low key terrible, but it helps you spark with like a new idea of like, oh, I didn't think about it like that, and then you spark something else.
Became free for students. Yeah, they know their market. They know
who they're using it for, bro.
The fucking guy who made OpenAI bought a McLaren F1.
Yeah, bro. He
it's red.
I'll say my IRL has GPT plus. The fucking
I know somebody. He'll probably see this, who uses ChatGPT like every day through college.
Yeah, like no, that's the thing though. It's like it's weird how like AI like in our society is just kind of like some people feel forced to use it because it's at the end of the day.
Yeah,
well, I'll say for college wise, obviously if you don't go to college, you gotta do some like all the other stuff. Like college wise, you're going for a degree, and a degree that basically.
The thing that scares me the most, not to interrupt you. The thing that does scare me the most, especially about language models and stuff like that, is misinformation. That's a huge one. And I always have an issue Googling stuff now because I don't trust, even like I will double check every time, especially if Google spits out an AI overview. Half the time I'm not going to trust that because that is just a regurgitation of a ton of shit that is in that language model's database. As far as I know, I don't know enough about the internals, and it just spits out an answer that it thinks is right, because that's AI just learns from its mistakes. And so what if I'm looking up something really niche? I'm not gonna fucking trust it. The only reason AI ever got this good is from failing.
Yeah. It's trial and error of humans, but at a super accelerated rate that we can't even like.
Yeah, and
we
now
won't be able to
it's just going to get better.
It gets better, and obviously, at what point does it start learning off itself to like hyper expand? But that's like a.
It already has with image generation. It started inbreeding essentially.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
That's why all the pictures. That's why a ton of
yellow.
AI pictures are yellow. Yeah.
Yeah, but I say more of like the language models. Like once it's able to like the misinformation part. Low-key, I don't know how you're supposed to get rid of misinformation. I'm
terrified I'm terrified of the future of especially world history too, anatomy, anything that you could learn about that we've known about for centuries or a long time, where visual help is huge. AI scares me with that because you can just generate like fake bullshit about whatever subject you want, like anatomy or world history. You can just make people up.
No, because like the thing is like, I think the facts wise, I'm pretty sure we'll probably be fine about the facts due to like books and stuff. I think those will always, have like the true facts by like world history. But like the images wise, like the painters who created those images all the way back then, like when someone uses AI to recreate their style behind it, you know what I mean? I think those images will get lost.
Another thing that I really don't like about AI is how people can change the meaning of art that already exists.
Oh my god, bro,
I can't stand that.
God.
You know that one piece of art where it's that, I think it's that maze and it's purple and it just ends and it's dripping. I'm gonna find it. Hold on.
Yeah. No,
I know it's in my head.
AI art. No, because you know what's the worst part is like the bots on Twitter that use language models to defend itself.
Yeah, I mean Twitter is just that's dead internet to the fullest.
No, that's dead internet to like more than the fullest. Like that shit. There's probably like 3 people behind it all, bro. Like they.
Purple maze art. I hate googling that. No, it's. I'm not gonna find it. It's a piece of art that its ending can symbolize whatever you want it to. Right? It's an open interpretation of art, and the ending probably just symbolizes a lot. It can symbolize loss, giving up, death. But then you have dumb people who don't care, who will just feed it into who will just feed it into a generator to complete the piece. And it's like, oh my God, look at this. It's like,
no way.
To people that don't care, like whatever, it's cool. But to people like us who value the art individually and its symbolism and its connection to us as people, it's just like what, like fuck off. Like you don't. You can't do that.
We're trying to enjoy things for what they are. Like there's the like some things are meant to be like open ended, like you said. Some things aren't meant to have an ending.
Yeah.
They're up for the human mind to think.
Open interpretation is a very beautiful thing. Why do you think? Yeah. Why do you think the SCP universe exists in the way that it does?
Not even the SCP universe in general.
Of that.
Like there's a lot of like fan fiction worlds in a sense that are kind of like that. Like the Backrooms, that whole like entire thing. Like that's very
Backrooms
cool.
Especially. That's all human. And that's all tapping into the psychology of liminality.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool.
And, yeah, but imagine if you got
we've also
AI.
been going for almost 3 hours now.
Yeah, imagine you got AI to like be like, oh, tell me, that's not what it symbolizes. What does it concretely mean?
Yeah,
you know, like tell me how the Backrooms end. Like, what are you talking? And then it spits out some answer, and then the people who believe AI is like God, and therefore
I definitely miss when the Backrooms was really cool.
I think the Backrooms is also like one of those things of like it kind of got like I don't know like what the like like a lot of the levels became more.
It became saturated by trash content on YouTube, and then
because obviously,
and then no one could take it seriously after that because it was just like this piece that people could use to make just trash content. Like I said,
Yeah, like the thing is, like backrooms before like YouTube Shorts kind of made it go crazy because the entire point is like you're stuck in an endless space. There might be like monsters, but every place looks the same. It's all the specific yellow gradient. Will you lose your mind over this area? And then it's like, oh, the monsters are dancing with us. Woo! Like, bro.
Yeah,
what are you doing,
yeah,
bro?
like Roblox, Cheese Escape in the back rooms, Shrek in the back rooms, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard those games are fun. Like, I think like the concept of the game.
I'm
like,
sure
I
it's
don't really
fun, yeah. But like
Yeah,
you
but,
don't
like, the
you don't
concept of
get
back
anything
rooms.
from it. It's just like, well,
Yeah.
that was fun.
The concept of backrooms in general is just oversaturated. And it's like, no one can really take it seriously anymore. Until the Backrooms movie by Kane Pixels. Oh,
That's gonna
my
be good.
geez. It's gonna be peak because number one, it's the literal OG creator like of the video franchise that doesn't use AI.
My interpretation of the original Backrooms, because there's also an argument to be made about how entities ruined it too, which I totally can agree with. And entities were always seen, in my opinion, as an element of the levels. But I think the original intention of the Backrooms was to invoke the possibility. And either if it wasn't that, it was the feeling of just knowing that you're just completely alone, or not knowing if you're alone, and it's just endless. You don't know where you are, and it's just you and your thoughts. That was kind of the original idea, and then people brought entities into it, and like almond water and settlements and all this shit. Like, it's cool. I still was fascinated by it because it was different and it was adding on to it in a different way. In my mind, it's separated from the other interpretation.
Because I think,
but then it just got to the point where it was like slop, and that's when it became stupid.
I think one of the core things with the Backrooms, especially the like obviously like the liminal spaces, but like when there's like slight oddities between each like area that you're in, like like a random chair being here, or like I think what Kane Pixels did, where like the stop signs were like weirdly inverted. I think like that concept gives the other idea of like, what if this area is like
it's very dreamlike.
Like a back door, like what was left out of Earth. You know what I mean? Like these things that were
it's very much indicative of a potential dreamscape, where it's like, I'm sure we do not have time to talk about dreams, but maybe later. Dreams have those elements into them. Like, of course, there's different types of dreams, and everyone dreams differently. But the Backrooms definitely carries an element of that in itself. And that's what I think. That's what I take away from when I see like a chair, or like the weird stop signs, stuff like that, or like that level in the Kane Pixels video that had them, which was that street in that neighborhood, and then it turns red. Like that's a very liminal thing. That reminds me of, being a kid, which is the point. Exactly. Psychologically, that's exactly the point. And it reminds me of dreams and all that stuff. And that's also what that art form is meant to do. It's also meant to invoke that sense of familiarity. And it's supposed to make you think about elements of what you've experienced in your life, or maybe you haven't.
Yeah. And
I'm also very hungry.
Low key, but like it's okay. You can.
I have played LSD Dream Emulator before. Yeah, that's a cool game.
Now, how does this wrap to Geometry Dash?
Yeah. Fuck all that interesting conversation. Let's talk about.
Fuck all that interesting.
Let's talk about Booba Wamba.
Okay. Booba Wamba big number randomizer. Lol.
All right. It's probably time to wrap up.
Yeah, Booba Wamba has boob in the name, therefore it's funny. Lol.
Boobs? Wait, did someone say boobs?
Oh my god.
With your newfound knowledge, how about this? Let me think.
My newfound knowledge.
You should name 5 of something. I'm just thinking first, and then we can go.
Oh, bro.
Oh, here you go. You ready for the real curveball? You're white. You can do this. Name 5 Trader Joe's snacks.
So, Trader Joe's sells a fucking Frisbee. That's all I really know about.
Well, it's not a snack unless you're ambitious.
Yeah, unless you're brave.
I'm gonna DM
they
you
sell
later and just say,
sloppy,
"Are you
sloppy
brave?"
Joe.
Okay.
Trader Joe's Sloppy Joe. That's all I know, by the way. I don't know Trader Joe's.
Damn, you're 1 for 5. That's kind of weak. It's kind of low effort.
Okay, how about here? How about this?
All right,
Let me think. Let me think of something important here. What's important? I don't even
come
know,
on, you got it.
bruh. What's like a random ass fucking thing, bro? Wait, you're big. Name 5 items off the McDonald's menu.
I'm big. Filet-O-Fish, quarter
Yep.
pounder,
Yep.
Big Mac,
Yep.
fuck, McGriddle,
That doesn't exist anymore.
sausage,
Sorry,
egg, and cheese McGriddle, and mango pineapple
Yep, you're
smoothie.
big.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're big.
I haven't had
Let's go for
McDonald's in a long
15.
time.
Let's just go for 15 at this point. God.
Name 5 things that you love from Costco.
The hot dog.
Okay,
My new AirPod Pro 3s, which I actually bought earlier
doesn't count. Fuck you.
yesterday. Yes.
No,
What do you mean that doesn't
kidding.
go? Okay. The double chunk chocolate cookie. Oh,
Okay.
oh my god. The fucking double chunk chocolate cookie, bro. Where do I even begin? I do like the free samples that they give out there.
Okay.
Those are all of them. And then the final thing, low key, the dairy section where you're inside of that big fridge
Okay.
and it's just super cold.
Does your Costco have the smoothies yet?
Nope.
Oh, really? You gotta
Actually,
tap
they
into that.
might. Like, I don't know. They might.
Maybe
They got
I'll
the
get a chicken
Sundays.
bake tomorrow. Actually, no. Tomorrow's family dinner somewhere.
Yeah, it's okay. Just give them chicken bake. What? The family dinner is the chicken bake.
Is Costco family dinner? I remember one time I was
Okay, but that's cheap.
going to go out to dinner with somebody, and I was like, I forgot what I ate. I think I had like a huge loaded PB&J when I woke up, so I wasn't that hungry. And by the time dinner came around, we got in the car, and they're like, "Where do you want to go?" I'm like, "I'm not really that hungry. You just want to go to Costco?" So we went to Costco. I got a hot dog, and that was it. It was chill.
Yeah, but bro, I've always wanted to do like a fucking imagine you just buy like 20 hot dogs from Costco as like the like a dinner for like a big meetup or whatever. Like that sounds like a vibe.
It's the
Costco hot
shit.
dogs.
Maybe we should record a
$1.50
podcast
20.
episode like on a Costco couch,
Dude.
on like
Good
one of the
idea.
set pieces. Would
Yeah,
they
so
even
an
let you
IR
do that? You just come in there with like a backpack with mics, like a laptop.
Yeah. Yeah,
Would
I
not
know
let you
there's
do
these people
that.
I watch online who have been able to do that, but with the IKEA, where they go to like the back and they're able to
Oh,
just,
like
record.
the IKEA set is the set. That's cool.
Yeah, like I don't know how they did that. It's pretty cool.
I
Like, they're
don't know if
inside
I would
IKEA,
drive an hour and a half every time I wanted to do that though, because there's not an IKEA
Yeah, but like
close to me.
it just depends on the ROI of whatever you're doing in there.
That's true.
On the
Ooh, Trusta
podcast?
episode in IKEA. Did you get it?
Mm. Mm.
Because he's Swedish.
Yes, bro.
Ooh, all right.
What if he
How much is a
nerfed-
plane ticket to Gothenburg? All right, all right.
You know where he? I don't even. I forgot he's in Sweden, bro.
Very
Wait,
Swedish.
that's why Yatagarasu got raided because he talked to Rob Top in person.
Yeah, he walked all the way to his house.
Yeah, bro, they're
It was
in the
like,
same country.
can you
They're
rate
only,
this? He's
2
like,
minutes from each other.
he's like, hey guys, is Rob Top? And then he rated it.
10 years, huh? He goes, hey guys, it's me. 10 years, huh?
I accidentally deleted the update.
Dude, Rob Top, bro. No, that's crazy because he's like accidentally the funniest person, like the worst way.
He is funny, yeah.
Big R.
How
Bro,
funny would it be
I-
if he ever came on here and I was just like, no, we're not talking about GD. Let's talk about like horses.
Yeah, bro. Let's talk about, dude. Let's just talk about microphones and how like they've just gone up, but now it feels like they're getting worse in quality.
Yeah, that like so the where'd you get that table that's in your room? Did you build it yourself? Are you a carpenter? How much you know about
So-
carpentry? Just keep
Yeah.
keep drilling him until he's
So,
like
d-
leaves.
Yeah, tell me the psychology behind using a headset mic to be more like fascinating to some people, because like unironically though, tell me why some YouTubers like they're really known for their headset quality. Like that's
Like
just
the
something
headsets
about
they
them.
wear?
No, like the headphone mics and how they're like bad quality.
Oh. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like there's like
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of YouTubers, and then they get like a new mic that's like really good, and people are like, dude,
Dude,
come
that
on.
happened with Nico.
Yeah.
Remember his old mic and he got a new one and everyone was like, oh god, switch back.
Exactly, because they just know you by that. Like, that's I gotta switch some headset mic, bro.
Okay.
Wait, you want to hear it?
We're a minute and a half to 3 hours. Yeah, sure.
Great. Where's the headset part? Oh my god. Okay, I found it. Wait, let me see if this works.
It's the fuzzy cat ears, isn't it? It's that one.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, dude.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Bro, tell me this is not tough.
It's kind of quiet.
It's quiet?
Oh no, it's chill.
Okay, I just moved it a little closer.
That is oh my god.
What? Do I sound that much different?
Your voice doesn't go as deep on that mic.
That makes sense, yeah.
It's probably the Nico effect too.
Yo.
The whole EQ is just completely. It's so much. It eliminates the lows. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's more emphasized on the highs.
Yeah, no, but like there's like a different like the thing about the headset mics that emphasize the high. But like imagine those people who like have like a really defined voice where it's like you can hear all the lows like really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's that guy on those YouTube ads who keeps saying he's ruthlessly addicted to nicotine.
Oh my god, yeah.
That guy.
It's like his microphone picks up like everything, and it's like perfect for like it's like a advertisement voice, but in like a good way.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
well,
you need like
everyone knows
like,
me, soy voice. So.
Yeah, no, your hertz is like 300 and below. Like,
I answered this on an interview recently, actually, with a guy named Takane. I think it's Takane. Yeah. Somebody, Takane interviewed me, and he talked to me about that, and I answered it. I'm not going to rephrase, because it's like, go watch it, I guess.
Yeah,
that interview has 40 views, which is dope. I kind of like how niche it is.
It's niche, bro. You're a part of the niche community.
The humble niche community, yeah.
W niche.
Why didn't I get a notice for this? Sorry to hear
that. Now let's fully wrap it. Let's fully wrap it around. Let's end off on a closing statement.
What would that be?
So geometry dash, huh? Well, it takes us far in life.
I don't know what that is.
But wait, let me wrap. Like, watch this W rap. Yeah.
Wait, hold that thought. Am I going to do an unfiltered conversation with Ben? If he asks me, I guess.
You do unfiltered conversations against
he has not asked me. I talked to him. I don't think I am not popular enough for that to be on his list. That is my guess. What were you saying?
It's weird. Okay, no, because like they did one against themselves. It was Vixos versus Ben. That's kind of funny to think about.
Okay, let me clarify. I don't say that in a mean way. Like, I get it. It makes sense.
Bro, dude, okay, never mind. Okay, wait, let's. So let me do the W rap statement. All right, geometry dash. The community, not we all, but the people who are watching this, we all know the geometry dash is the community we're in. It can take us far in life. It can take us short in life. It's a very small, not too niche community, but some areas are quite niche. It can affect the way you think. It affects the way you talk. It affects your personality in ways that you won't even be able
33 seconds until we end, because I want to end on 3 hours, 3 minutes, 33 seconds.
You're chud. The other thing is...
Dude, you're a fuzzy. We all know what you are.
Community-wise, remember that...
I'm deleting this VOD.
People care a lot more about
I'm
the game
deleting this afterwards.
Just because one person cares about the game more than you does not mean you need to be a dickhead about it and start hating on the other person, being like,
is this the TLDR?
Yeah. And also the backwards.
All right, what are your plans for the future? You have 3 seconds. Go.
Probably